Welcome to the Nameless Voices podcast. This is episode number 23, and there is absolutely nothing different and no one new to introduce.
Oi!
My name is Nanashi. I'll be your host for the evening, and I apologize in advance for whatever this show is going to be. Joining me tonight is a menagerie of personalities. He was once Blitz, and he is now Alucard.
A real fucking vampire.
We have a brand new member to the podcast, Connor Lockhart.
What's up, gamers?
He brings the Unga Bunga to gaming, KennyTheCaveman.
I tried. I fail a lot.
We have our denizen of the deep, Lekunga.
Hello.
We have our fellow furry YouTuber, Mr.Orichalcos.
What if you wanted to go to your first ever con, but work said, you have used up all your holiday time?
You cry and move on with your life, unfortunately.
Oh, what you do is you just sit and have a fake temperature. Ah, fuck the rules.
Unfortunately, I'm too honest for my own good.
Yeah, same here. I could never fucking do that. My boss could fucking hear it in my voice. Steven, you're not sick. Come to fuck in. But it's storming. Fuck.
We have our second new member to the cast, Raven Soul 15. Do you care if we call you Raven?
I really don't care what you call me at this point. I'm just happy to be here, to be honest.
Well, we're glad to have you, Raven. Just don't be afraid if we start saying "That's so Raven" anytime you say something stupid.
Oh no.
No.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Don't do it, everybody. Don't do it.
We have our dedicated salad player, Reborn.
Now with 20% more vegetable.
And we have everyone's worst nightmare by name, Tim Brick.
I brick, so you don't have to.
Now that's a good one.
Indeed.
What are you talking about? I played you Draco. We brick all the fucking time. Well, too bad.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Nah,
I've seen it.
nah.
I've seen
I
it.
played
That's a
Monarch.
lie.
I played Monarch. We built houses on our brick.
Yeah, well, I play fucking Blue Eyes.
Hold on. I got one more thing. If you have time and you're watching this, look up the brick skit with Phineas and Ferb.
Oh yeah,
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a classic.
yeah. That was released. That meme was released back when Monarchs came around.
Yes, it was.
Okay,
They
so
were foretelling the future.
yeah, tell me about it. All right, so how's everyone doing today? How's everyone feeling?
Pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
Other than screwing myself.
fine.
Jalapenos.
Right, you
Well-
ate some jalapenos on your pizza.
Yeah, I tried it.
News.
I fucking can't
Very
handle
nice, very
spicy
nice.
stuff. My body hates me, but fuck it. I do it every once in a while.
I
I tried sriracha a few weeks ago, and I just wanted to just dive into a pit of acid. Like, fuck that shit.
I probably would have put jalapenos on my pizza, honestly. I like to live, quote unquote, dangerously.
Oh,
But,
sure. My friend's like, I bet you won't taste a spoonful of sriracha. I'm like, how much? $20. Fucker hands me $20 of Monopoly money. I punch him in the balls. He's like, yeah, that's what you fucking get.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I kind of deserve that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should pay real money when doing dares, you dirty fricks.
I fucking should have asked if it was real cast, but hey, I got to punch him though.
I live dangerously. I turn on my right signal and then turn left.
That was horrible.
Yes, it was. Just ask the person who was
And-
following me.
Okay, now I respect it.
Joyce.
And then you get pulled over and get a ticket. Then
That's life.
And as you
And,
get the ticket,
If you're the police,
as you get a ticket, it's a female cop, so she down talks you, and then I'm not gonna go any further.
Let's not.
Yeah,
Let's
please
not.
do,
Yeah.
please do.
Let's pause on the hyper Karening.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
please.
you just gave it a
I was
name.
gonna-
Now it's a thing.
I keep forgetting this is not my friend's podcast where we could just say anything and not give a fuck because he has multiple channels and we get super fucking lewd.
And I
Oh
would
my
not mind that if it
gosh.
wasn't for the fact that I actually want to keep my channel for more than another 8 seconds.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
me.
I get ya. I get ya.
So we have to
Yeah,
be
YouTube sucks
what's
in that
the word
regard.
I'm looking for? We have to be reasonable.
And
What's that and where can I eat it?
probably,
I have
probably.
no idea.
It's gonna be one of these days.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right, so before we go any farther, we should go ahead and thank the patrons of my YouTube channel, which is where I host this show, obviously. And that's going to be Captain Ninetails and Yu-Gi-Oh! Thank you so much for all your contributions.
We love you.
It ought.
So, a couple of random topics to discuss before we dive into the card games. Random things that I've been finding on the internet just make me either shake my head or laugh. Sometimes both.
Yep.
So, first off, I don't know if you guys have heard anything about what's going on in VR chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
I heard
I've
about it.
heard.
I heard it.
I heard
Okay,
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard
What-
brief things,
What
but
is
I
this
never
VR
No, no,
chat?
no.
VR
Okay.
chat.
Okay,
Okay,
guys.
so let me go. They disabled mods, so disabled people have to pay to use their mods. It's like
No,
a
no, no.
giant fuck you to disabled people, and I fucking hate that.
Wait, what?
No,
What?
I
What?
think they
Slowly
did
with
more than
more
just
words.
disabled it. They banned it. They banned them, and also, yeah,
They
the
ban
ban.
mods and then they put mods back out there to make you pay for them. And that's what pisses me off. As a person who fucking couldn't walk for 2 years because my crazy hex wanted to hit me twice in the same month. 1 year in 2014 and 1 year in 2015. I used to hang out with a lot of disabled people relearning how to walk.
You think you
And
might be
I
making
hate that-
correlations where there are none, buddy?
Oh,
True,
I
but-
know what I'm talking about.
You're
No,
making,
don't think so.
well, anyways, the point that I was going to bring up is that they included anti-cheat in VR chat.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I
Oh,
heard
I
about
guess.
that.
Oh yeah.
Specifically, easy anti-cheat.
Hmm.
Now, I think we're all
is
familiar
a
with
thing?
easy anti-cheat from a few select video games, and that's kind of a problem.
Okay, here's the deal about anti-cheat. You could fucking still cheat. Or what you do is what you do with the COD games. Permaban that fucking account and make them only play with cheaters. Then everyone could just suffer together. How do I know this? Because I used to play a lot of COD zombies. It
Ah.
wasn't competitive, but I used to deal with toxic teammates.
you have
What?
a lot of issues, my friend.
Yeah. Well,
And that's me talking.
well, continuing into the video games, I found another thing out, and this one's kind of confusing. Everybody's familiar with the infamous oof sound from the Roblox video game, yeah?
Oh,
Oh,
they
yeah,
changed
love
that.
that.
Indeed.
Crazy never.
F's in the chat for the Roblox Oof.
Yeah,
Hey,
due,
you
to
know
a
what?
due to a licensing issue, the oof sound has been removed from Roblox.
Hey, you want
Why?
Licensing issue.
If you're not,
What?
This is
That
like,
is-
if you're not in
like people
America,
who play Mozart music.
basically,
Yeah,
here's
let's-
another F. If you're not in America, you don't understand. But the chocolate taco ice cream, no longer going around no more.
Yeah, no
Haven't had
more
one of those in
chocolate ice
years.
cream taco.
That I haven't had one of those in years because every time I ate one of those, I'm pre-diabetic. Which I'm almost off of. Every time I had one of those, my blood sugar would go up so high,
Oof.
I would be shaking.
Also, mind I bring something up?
Be my
that,
guest.
that I still find hilarious that I'm praying. Y'all probably have not watched Kamen Rider, but I'm just praying because the new Rider Geet, the whole thing is supposed to be more racing motif. I'm like, Lord, please, the love of all things in life, let them keep the racing motif. We haven't had a Kamen Rider ride anything mark.
Yeah,
since
You haven't had
Live.
not-
I'm
anything.
like-
Oh, that's funny.
It's not Common Rider anymore, it's Common Runner.
Because Japan has
Yeah,
has
common.
weird motorcycle laws.
God, I
Speaking
forgot
of
about that.
motorcycles,
Is this how
we
the
can now
ranches-
play Speaking of Pokemon, we can now play Pokemon on motorcycles.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
dude, that'd be lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Pokemon discovered by Lekunga.
You know,
Hey
this reminds me
Yu-Gi-Oh,
of
can I?
something.
Hmm?
Power
I'm
Rangers
not
are
get-
often Power Rangers
I'm
are
not
often
getting
called
into
Rangers, but
Pokemon,
what are they raging exactly against?
Region. Hold on, let me.
No.
Yeah,
Racing.
because,
What are they
Regular pen.
racing against? Basically,
Vigilantes, if anything.
I would like to see it be multiple players, but they're not going to. But I would like to have them have race events, but knowing them, they're gonna put it behind a DLC like they put the best content of Sword and Shield behind a DLC.
Welcome to the modern
and
world. Every game is
and I-
behind the DLC. Even the main game is behind the DLC.
that's another reason why I sold. Literally, I sold my Switch and got like. I put in like 800 into it. I only got like 65% back of cash and cards, and then the guys that here's some more cards down the line. So let's say 70%. The only reason why I got rid of my Switch is I just got tired of them fucking over Mario and tired of them fucking over Mario Kart. Like, they're just forcing us to be like, here's a DLC for Mario Kart. Please buy our old retro shit. We're sorry, there'll never be a Mario Kart 9, like never a GTA 6.
No, but see, I kind of have mixed feelings about that because I'm a bit of a Dynasty Warriors. When they made Dynasty Warriors 9, I'm like, Dynasty Warriors 9 was so bad. I'm like, not me.
It was so bad that people were fucking. The GameStop I went to buy, people were fucking throwing copies back at the people. Take this shit. Then again, in Chicago, they throw shit at everyone.
It's not
I could legitimately believe this. Oh, just another Geets thing. Geets' motif was supposed to be racing / yokai, and one of the contestants is a panda.
Really?
Yes.
Oops.
Like, each of the contestants' helmets are based on different animals.
Because like, can I throw my 2 cents? Because like, I have some information. Maybe false, maybe true, don't know. But like, I heard like, no, you know how the suit's design look like, right?
Right.
People speculate, you can like change outfits just using one suit. It's like, one suit can become 2. That's why I've heard.
Yeah, the driver he wears can flip, which changes the positioning of the gear that he's wearing, which basically gives him a brand new suit.
Yeah. That actually lets him use the bike because you only get the thing whenever the main thing is on the left.
Right.
So if the gun is on the left, he gets the gun. If the bike is on the left, he gets the bike. This is a good way to keep the racing motif. But I'm like I will say this until the God knows how long. We actually have Kamen Riders, riding? Because now you're just having dudes that wear black and have masks. If I wanted to see dudes in black wear masks, look across the street and watch the sanitation truck.
That would be something fun to watch. But back on the Pokemon subject for a second, because I just remembered something. Didn't they just recently announce that Wooper is getting a type change in the new game mode?
Yes, a new
He's
form.
turning black.
Yeah, a new.
Yeah, didn't they just cover him in
Poison
mud and call him a
grounds.
poison type?
Yeah, he's a poison ground type.
That's funny.
I thought he was gonna turn dark. And I was like,
No. You got a new type.
that would be too much.
Yeah. Well, on the subject of changing what we once knew, they've announced a couple of reboots that I think you guys might want to know about. How many of you remember the original Powerpuff Girls?
I do.
Oh
Yep.
God, yeah.
That was my show.
Can we not
Everyone loves
remember?
Powerpuff
Hold on.
Is this
Can we
the
not
second
remember?
reboot?
Hang on.
Is this the
Wait, did
I
you
know
reboot
they
them
were-
again?
Hang on.
I know
hang
they
on.
were making a live action Powerpuff Girls where they were like
Please
adults.
tell me it's not the same sicko who tried to date the girls.
Are you
What?
talking about the animated remake where the director was literally a self-insert character?
Yes, fuck that guy.
yeah, that one.
No.
You can't
that
be
one.
serious.
And
No,
That's
we
true.
are.
Powerpuff Girl Z.
Girl Z? Are you talking about that one?
Also,
yeah, you're talking
Miss
about the
Bellum?
anime.
Miss
Bro, they're
Bellum.
killing all of our childhood.
Well, it
No,
gets a little
Miss
bit worse.
Bellum
My
had to be
childhood. I'm
removed.
the older one here.
Our childhood meant nothing to these corporations. Let's be honest
Think
here.
you're old. I'm 30-fucking-1. Jeez, holy
I'm
shit.
34.
My back.
36.
Oh, well, now I don't feel like the oldest person in the server anymore. Whoo!
I just said so.
But yeah,
It's childhood right there.
and how many of us grew up with Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
Show,
I remember
Wilt
that.
was my
else to
favorite
watch.
character. And Iguana.
Nanashi, are they gonna ruin that as well?
Well,
Don't
that's
tell
the
me they're
thing.
gonna ruin that.
They are. There's been rumors that they will be rebooting both of these shows. But
No.
Oh my god,
But-
I'm going to choke
Why?
down.
hang on.
Wow.
There's a little bit of good news.
Next thing you hear, they're going to reboot Goldorak.
Well, hang on. They are bringing back the original creator of both shows, Craig McCracken.
It's not an excuse. Do not worry.
And Hanna-Barbera will be producing both of them as well.
I mean, that's
Oh,
something
okay.
good
That's
at
so
least.
son of-
So-
I mean, why?
That's a step in the
But-
right direction, but there's one nasty little detail that I discovered at the very end of my information search. Supposedly, the Foster's characters will be something akin to preschool age.
Panic.
Wait,
Panic.
So are they
Is
gonna
that
make him
true,
like
though?
go back to childhood? Because hear me out. In Foster and Imaginary Friends, an imaginary friend is what it is. It's not like an age. It just becomes. That's
Correct.
my
Exactly.
basic knowledge of the series.
Yes.
So
and
if you make blue, blue happens. It's not like
You
an
won't-
age. It just happens. It's your
Right.
imagination.
I actually
There's no
had to
age
do
group to that.
I actually did a little thinking on that. If you remember in one of the early episodes where
How lucky I gotta be PG. I can fucking make this shit fucking go worse.
Mac realizes he has a crush on Frankie, he points out that he made Blue when he was if I recall correctly, he said that Blue would only be 5 years old, which means that Mac made him when he was 4 or 5 himself. That would
That is
imply,
true.
theoretically, this story could be like the origins behind Blue.
They better
Okay,
not fuck my
I
man's up. Also, my man's is the fucking guy with one hand with the basketball. They better not fuck him up.
Wilt,
Wilt,
Um,
yeah.
Well,
Which means that this
one
could be
thing-
before what happened to Wilt, maybe. Well, no, wait, that doesn't track. That happened when when his owner was a kid.
one thing that I could probably ask for that they do with the Powerpuff Girls reboot again. No cringe nonsense.
That's asking a lot.
That's asking a lot.
Please.
Miss Bellum is allowed to come back
Yes.
because that is one of the actual things. Like, there was actually a bunch of middle-aged moms that literally threatened the company to say if Miss Bellum.
Yeah, I remember
Look, look,
that.
You
Miss
need
Bellum
to be
was-
specific. Miss Bellum needs to return as it was in the show.
They need to.
Right.
They really need to bring back Miss Bellum. She brought a lot of. She brought a lot of something
Questionable
special
changes.
to the show. You know.
Take it in.
Also, Totally Spies is coming back. The show that I like to call Deviant Art Fetish episode.
What's
You're
the
not-
Yeah,
you're
because
you're
he
not
really wears
wrong.
skin suits.
Look, it was fun. That's the point.
There was literally a force-feeding episode. Let's be honest here. It's DeviantArt in a nutshell.
Wasn't there also a
we
cat
not-
girl episode and a muscle girl episode?
Yes. Every
Yes.
fetish you could think of, they probably made an episode about it.
DeviantArt eats your
Yes.
heart out.
If they do reboot it, they gotta include some probably meta commentary about.
Well,
know,
the original
previous
one was already a
fetishizing.
meta commentary. The original was
Actually-
already a meta commentary about how women can be
No.
spies. What are
Yeah.
they gonna
No.
do now?
This is actually something hilarious. All the main designers on DeviantArt, all the main people on that show, all have DeviantArt accounts.
That's just not
Hilarious.
surprising at this point.
Nah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's not even wrong. That's not a wrong thing.
And one thing that I probably want them to definitely bring up, like they said, these actually, if they reboot it, That means they would all be in college right about now.
If they continued it from where it was before.
If they would be dead. It's been at least 10 years.
Oh yeah.
I know they also had a spin-off series as well.
The
They will
Amazing
either be angry.
Spies.
They will either be angry single mothers, or angry mothers, or angry celebratory women. All bad for a show.
Either
All I
way,
can
they're
see
all
is
angry,
say
and
mad.
we're angry
Yeah.
as a result.
Can't please everyone.
It's 2022. Who's not
No one
angry?
can ever be pleased.
Now, there is one other topic I wanted to talk about real quick before we get into the card game stuff. We're all familiar with the unfortunate tragedy that was the Cyberpunk 2077 video game, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Go on.
Go on.
Well, they have released a good 3-minute trailer of what appears to be Cyberpunk Edge Runners, the anime.
Oh boy.
Can shove it down the throat.
Pasa?
Now, here's the thing. As weird as this is going to sound, and this is coming from me, the anime looks infinitely better and more interesting than the video game.
Anything could. Black
How
Tire
can
looks
you
very
tell?
Not
2077.
surprising.
And
Honestly, not surprising.
And a lot of that is because the animation is being done by CD Projekt Red and Studio Trigger.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
Studio
you
Trigger
got-
has
No,
been
you
known
don't.
to do some amazing visual works. Though the
I
shows
don't-
that they
but I don't-
use it on questionable decisions sometimes. But this one is a
I don't
perfect
want to
match.
be. I don't want to be pessimistic, Nanashi, but it doesn't really take a lot to be better than the
Well, no.
tragedy that was Cyberpunk. Like, Sword Art Online is funnier and more enjoyable than it, as bad as it is.
I don't think anyone's going to argue with you on that. I'm just saying that for once, we can look at the name Cyberpunk and not be disappointed on contact.
Nah, that's not gonna be possible.
Fair enough.
Cyberpunk has tarnished its name like Fallout. Like every time someone mentions Fallout, you're always going to remember Fallout 76. It's not possible to erase a mistake that bad.
Fallout
That's true,
76
that's
was
true.
so bad and broken that literal hackers had to repair it.
Yeah, I remember that shit. That shit was
Wow.
funny. Hackers actually coming together to fix something for once, not fuck it up.
And yet, of course, leave it to Bethesda to frick it up.
Go
Oh,
figure.
Obviously, you're
Why
you're,
work
you're
on a new
fixing their
Fallout
mess.
game? Why work on a new Fallout game when they can just resell Skyrim for the 50th time?
Oh my god, like
guys,
seriously.
We updated
Just
water
works.
textures. Please buy our game.
Honest, look, to be
You know, okay, so what they could
honest,
do,
the player base really isn't helping. Nobody is picking
Hey.
newer games. Advocating.
what they could do to sell Skyrim is to sell out to the scalies and the furries. Here, marry this person, marry this thing, marry this thing.
Yo, just marry
Have a kid
everybody.
with this thing.
You can now date people. You can now marry people of the same gender. Buy our game.
Yeah, I don't think Bethesda's ever gonna do that because they're a bunch
Yeah,
of
let's be
cocksuckers.
honest here. They won't.
Yeah.
They probably
No,
won't.
they'd rather
need
have
to
another 10,000
No,
bugs.
oh wait, no, we said no controversial takes. Never mind.
Oh, and don't forget
Um,
about that time in Fallout 76 where your game speed was proportionally tied to your frame rate. So if you had a
Oh,
high
God.
frame rate, you were Sonic the frickin' Hedgehog.
Those are good
Um,
times. I love those times. Can we go back to those times? I want to be Sonic. I want to be Sonic.
Gotta go
Yeah,
fast.
sorry, but we can't go back,
Chili
or
dog.
else we'll be all the way back to the 1800s. Everyone wanna pull back 20 years before.
That'd be some dark.
No, no.
ages.
I like the 1800s.
I wanna
Okay,
go
well,
back to the 1800s. That shit was fucking dark as fuck.
Mm,
The 1800s is
I mean-
not the Middle Ages, my dude.
I mean,
People
I mean-
discovered light by then.
my Sona's based off the 1800s, 1812, and then what he went through when he finally went fucking good, the purge about 97% of the planet, and then he had to bring it back.
You know, for kids.
indeed. Anyway,
okay, so, unless anybody's got
Yu-Gi-Oh.
any other random topics to talk about real quick, I guess we can start moving toward the card game stuff.
sure
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I
All
might
right.
as well.
All right, now listen. I know you're interested in talking about the ban list, Alucard, but there's a couple other card game related things I want to discuss real quick first.
Go ahead and get everything out before we do Yu-Gi-Oh, because I got a lot to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right. Well, the first thing. Oh, and Zivuth is here.
Hello, Zivuth.
Hello, Zivuth. How you doing?
What's good?
What's up?
In the hood.
Is it
Oh,
a
no.
comrade name?
Well, you actually came in a
What
really
have
good.
I missed?
Nothing actually. We were just talking about some news-related stuff that I randomly discovered and thought might be funny to talk about. We haven't even gotten into the card games yet.
Exactly.
So, first thing I wanted to talk about real quick is the virtual stuff. The big one being Cross Duel. Don't know how many of you have heard about this, but it's a new way to play the game on digitally.
Yeah,
That's all.
Okay, here's a big issue with Cross Duel. People can go in there and troll with meta decks and then piss people off. What they should have did with Cross Duel was not allowed anything past tier 4 to enter.
Well, actually, it's funny you
You do
mention that
realize-
because they
No,
can't.
I mean anything all above tier 4.
It's funny you mention that because they actually can't. See,
Do you
Yeah,
realize
it's
the
Cross
tiers
Duel-
are artificial?
Cross Duel
Like,
is
if
a.
they're-
It's Konami, they're not gonna do shit correctly.
Like if they introduce only a bunch of vanillas and then add Didi Warrior Lady, everyone's gonna be pissed about Didi Warrior Lady.
No, they're not, and that's actually what I'm trying to get to. Here's the thing.
You're never pleasing the customers.
Well, here's the thing. They did something so off the wall that it's kind of weird. Okay, so first off, Cross Duel is going to be a Rush Duel style emulation system. 4,000 life points apiece, 3 lanes, monster and spell traps, and every.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the casual mode. My bad.
No. I said Cross Duel. Okay. Anyways, and all the monster cards in this new game mode are normal monsters. Every single monster, even extra deck monsters, appear to be normal monsters.
Blue Eyes
Oh,
for me.
Crazy.
So
Blue
imagine a
Eyes
Stardust
format.
Dragon being a normal monster.
You can't. you
Link
just can't.
monster.
I can't. It's blasphemy. I ain't playing that shit.
Now,
Guys, Borolo Dragon is now a normal monster.
It's
This
blasphemy.
normal
Sin.
that also means you have infinite normal summons, just like in Rush Duel.
So there you go. You just play a Blue Eyes format.
Now, in addition to this, all of the monsters in the game should have a 3D model and their own unique summoning animations, but the boss ones will obviously have superior ones.
Very fair and balanced.
And you can interact with certain characters.
Indeed, you can.
Yeah, from what I've seen.
And like I said, it's going to be Speed Duel style dueling layout and Rush Duel style dueling layout. 3 rows of monsters and spell traps, but they've added something different. It's also lane-based combat in a 4-way duel. Your leftmost lane can only attack the left side, the right lane can only attack the right, and the front lane can only attack directly ahead.
Okay, now that's kind of neat.
That's lit.
It's a fascinating concept, and that means and every single player has to do that, which means you literally have to cater every move you make in each of your 3 columns to one specific opponent. You can't just generic the stuff as easily. I don't know how they're going to do like board wipes and whatnot, but that alone makes this a fascinating way to play the game, and I'm at least a little bit interested in it. I don't know about the rest of you.
I'm probably still not gonna play it though.
I'm not gonna
I mean,
play it.
yeah.
It's blasphemy.
It sounds interesting, but knowing how I am with these kinds of games,
You know what I feel about Cross Duel? I think it was, in my opinion, a bad way to implement RPG elements into Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm not going to argue that.
They tried to make it all about individual cards being better, but then they just regressed all the way back to Caveman Yu-Gi-Oh.
Caveman.
But the best kind of Caveman Yu-Gi-Oh.
As a person who played GOAT format for 2 years before getting back into the modern day format, to Draco, yeah, I am not playing Cross.
I played all the time. I don't think it's bad. I just think that it's too detached from people are used to.
it's just a new way to play the same game that we've played for off and on 20 years-ish, depending on
It'll be
how old
fun.
we are. As far as I'm concerned, it's perfectly legit and it's fine.
Like Rush Duel is very fun.
All right, now next up comes the Master Duel information, and they just today dropped a list of changes and more information on the previous changes that they announced before. First one being what Alucard thought I was talking about, which is the casual mode.
Yeah, people are gonna go into casual mode with meta decks, pissing off fucking people.
Did they put a casual mode?
Yeah, I already see this coming that only meta decks will be there just to
Yeah, meta decks will be there to fuck with each
just
other.
to piss the casual players off.
Yeah.
I mean, if it turns into a meta fest and I get back on my friend's Master Duel account, use his account when we go hang out during the weekends, like when he's free. He'll basically just see me shit on people with Chew Draco, and if it's a casual duel, I will immediately scoop to the casual duelist. If it's a meta duelist, I'll play it out. That's how I'm gonna do casual duels.
I'm the complete opposite. I'm the complete opposite. I would just offer just auto scoop to the meta deck and.
I'm intentionally getting on there with True Draco and giving all the casual duelists to win. While if I face meta, I'm gonna say fuck you. Here's Imperial Order. Eat it.
You know someone's going to go on there with Mystic Mind Burn, just to watch the world burn.
Well,
you know. Maybe
the game is a big mess anyway because the ban card is ban list.
Well,
I forgot the ban list was a lot different in Master Duel.
Yeah,
you can't
that's something
call
you're
it
gonna
a
need to
ban list. It's a joke.
Well, it's
also a lot worse.
Yes. Well, it's funny that we mentioned that because in addition to the casual mode, they have confirmed that nothing that you do in casual mode will affect your rank or your player level, and there will be no rewards for playing in it. You are just there for gameplay.
I would assume so.
So that's something to pay attention to.
But for real, Master Duel needs a real ban list that's balanced it out in best of one, because so many decks where it doesn't make to play fun against in ranked when they go first.
Well,
I forgot to turn my eBay notifications off. My bad.
It's fine. They also introduced a list of new cards that now have summoning and activation animations, which includes.
Who cares?
You might want to listen to this. There's a couple in here that's kind of cool. They have announced that they're giving animations to Ally of Justice Catastor, Blackbeard the Plunder Patrol Captain, Bujinki Amaras, Earthbound Immortal Wirikocha Megalord Astro Dragon Triskelion, Merman Abyss Megalo, Odin Father of the Aether, that's one I'm kind of wanting to see, Revendred Slayer, Called by the Grave, Forbidden Droplet, Gold Sark, Magic Cylinder, Mirror Force, Raigeki, and Swords of Revealing Light.
Additionally,
I wanna see Called by and Forbidden Droplet, how it looks like.
Additionally, Destiny board now has its own win animation.
I was going to get to that next.
No, honestly, it should have had it since the beginning, because it was kind of a tradition to always make winning by Destiny board dramatic in Yu-Gi-Oh games.
I mean, it's the hardest thing to do.
But yet they still don't have summon animations for the OG God cards.
Not yet.
I'm still salty about that.
Nobody plays them.
Well, give it enough time and enough support, and somebody might eventually. But in addition to Destiny board, they also gave us a few more. They gave us one for FA winners, which I don't think anybody has ever actually gotten to.
Except for Mr. Digimon.
Final Countdown, which is obvious.
Holy shit! I just won a few max. I just won 2 max C's at 16-13 each. Can't wait till that comes off the ban list.
But is there one for Maxi challenge?
Not yet. I think that's going to have to be popular over in the OCG for that to happen in the TCG. But basically, I ordered 2 more supers. I'm only keeping 1, and if Maxi comes back to 3, I'm gonna piss off everyone. 1 common, 1 super, 1 gold.
You know, I'm gonna say something like, I don't think it's controversial, but take it as you may. Painful Choice has much bigger chances to come back into TCG than Max C.
You know,
you're
the sad
dude,
part is I can't even argue that.
You're right about that, but if Painful Choice came back, Light Swan players would be cooming all over the field.
I don't think
Not
Light
wrong.
Swan.
Not just Light Swan, not just Light
Swan
Swan.
would be the last
Tier
pick to care
elements.
about
Oh,
to care
God.
about that card.
Tier elements
yeah.
would be tier 0 with.
Wait.
Choice.
Painful Choice would also make the fucking frog package bannable, and
There you go.
snow bannable
there you
again.
go.
Oh,
And
jeez.
finally
Anything-
Painful Choice.
Burn the Abyss.
Guys, hang on.
No, Painful
let me
Choice
finish,
would
guys.
be a bad idea with
I'm
Tirith
gonna
around.
start muting people. Finally, Painful Choice will make that 7 deck where you banish all 3 of 7 FTK.
You realize what's happened when you allow Painful Choice in this format with tier elements.
And here's the best of all. You put Painful Choice back. You basically can set up your grave and start doing my favorite type of shit. FTKs.
No, thank you.
Wouldn't Burn and Abyss also play Painful Choice?
Painful Choice was banned in
Painful Choice
2008 for
can be banned
FGKs. It's not
forever.
really a new sign.
Painful Choice was banned in 2004. I remember that shit getting banned.
Oh, boy.
Painful Choice is one of the best cards in the entire game. You can't unban that.
Well, getting
But
back
it's-
to the
Max C is in that category. It's one of the best cards ever printed.
Alright, let Nashi finish.
all right, well, getting back to the initial topic, they've also given animations to Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief.
Oh, great lollies.
Jackpot
Ghost
7.
Tricks are always a
Wow.
classic. They're a good time.
Wait, why?
Jackpot 7's a
Okay.
win condition.
Yeah, it's an alternate win condition.
Number
Right.
12.
Number C88 Gimmick Puppet Disaster Leo.
Yeah, that's another
Okay.
win condition.
Managa?
And number IC1000 Numeronius Numeronia. Holy crap, I hate that
Let-
name.
Let's go! Numeronia.
Okay, that one sounds interesting and I want to see.
I've seen
Wait.
the animation they gave us for Destiny board. That was actually kind of cool, if not a little lackluster. I was expecting something a little
They
more flashy.
Did they just blatantly not give one for Venomenaga?
They may have given one to it and just not put it in the list of announcements, but whatever the case, that's the ones that I was told about. They've now here's another cool feature that they've added. In room matches, they are now introducing a new feature to save replay footage.
Oh,
Nice.
finally. That will be
Yeah.
so useful for tournaments.
Maybe I'm going to go back to Mastodon now.
I might do the same, especially with the casual mode. You'll also have the ability to choose the camera angle while watching a room match replay.
So you can see what the other one's hand is.
Theoretically,
no,
it might just be an
hold on,
overhead
hold on,
view,
hold on.
though.
Hold on. Overhead view would be badass because I used to do that with Madden as a kid. I was tired at night, didn't want to get caught. Made 2 fucking teams face each other with the volume on low and did overhead. That shit was cool on PS1.
You'll also have the...
I was about to say, you forgot one summon animation.
Which one?
Earthbound Immortal will Charaska.
No, I mentioned that one.
He said.
I probably
Also,
didn't hear.
with the room replay feature, it stops people now from cheating in tournaments when they just close the window during coin cost when they lose coin cost. I had this 2 or 3 times in tournaments already. It sucks so hard.
I bet.
What happened? Are we talking about Master Duel tournaments or IRL Yu-Gi-Oh
Yes,
tournaments?
Master Duel tournaments.
Oh.
It sucks so hard when your opponent just cheat because they lost the turn cost, so they're closing the game and playing it off as a disconnect.
I don't know if you want to bring this up. Do you want to bring up the Decade Master Duel shit? I mean, if he sends his fucking
And Replay
fanboy...
will finally stop that bullshit.
Because if Decade sends his fanboys to fuck with Nashi, I'll just send my crew and just delete their addresses. Heyo!
Funny. Well, anyways, they also gave you the ability to check a deck while you're seated at a table in the room. You don't have to just wait until the game's over to see exactly what they were running in the deck.
Yes. What could possibly go wrong there?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
tell me about it.
Okay, that's a bad
decks in
change because that produces cheating in tournaments.
Yup.
Did they introduce a side deck yet?
No,
Not
they're
yet.
not going to. It's gonna be best of one, and we're all gonna
Look,
fucking
they
have
said,
to
look, 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 look.
If it
Said they
stays
were not
best of
going to
one,
add a
then the
casual
game
mode,
needs
and they
a
did.
fucking balanced ban list and not that shit we have right now. Because I can't see decks like Virtual World and Swartzhole anymore.
Now,
I'm just sitting here getting tired of fucking also waiting for a ban list. But once we get to that topic, I will crucify some things.
as long as you keep it
Oh, boy.
reasonable, man, I want to make sure I keep
It's
my channel.
civilized.
Oh, the thing is, I don't think they're going to outright crucify shit. They're probably gonna wait to drop a big crucify ban list in January after all the Megaton sales. I really hope they just. I know Sword Soul ain't shit now. I just want that to just get neutered.
Well, we'll see what
Fresh-
happens.
A lot of decks needs to be nuked and ranked.
Okay, well,
Uh,
getting back to the initial topic. They've also introduced some minor features like displaying a notification when an opponent takes a seat at a table. So, you know, when you
Cool.
take your nap waiting for your opponent to show up, they'll actually notify you.
Okay.
And they
I
also
mean,
added a
or-
refresh list button to room search.
Or you could be like me and sleep through notifications and wonder why you're late and getting up at your last alarm.
That's true.
No?
They've
Yeah.
also introduced a new pack, Invincible Raid, which appears to be introducing Bee Troopers, Dinomorphia, and the new support for Nordic and DD.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Okay, I will get that pack because of Dinomorphia Kent Regina.
As long as they need to, okay, here's what they need to do with Master Duel. They need to go out and outright slaughter the cards that are on the same OCG list. VFD, Order, Vanity's Emptiness, the Draco player winning with that card. I feel like dog shit, so I don't play it in Draco. But I do
Just
play
please-
Order.
Just
But I do
please
play
tell me
Order.
that Kent Regina is a super ultra rare that I can get her in Royal Finish.
I do play Order just to fucking see people's reactions.
And the last thing to
Blimey.
talk about,
Well,
And-
aren't you a sadist?
and the last thing Master Duel related is the next event, which is the Duelist Cup. It's a two-stage event which has events starting. Stages starting on August 9th and August 19th, both of which end on August 22nd. They are limiting the time to play the game to 300 seconds per game, and apparently the point of this is to get your duelist level to level 20. If I understand correctly, this is to help encourage new people to get into the game and start playing more, so that their level matches players that have already been there for a while. And if you win,
So,
your level
yeah.
goes up. If you lose, your level goes down.
Oh,
So
that's
speed
speedrun.
run.
They're speedrunning Yu-Gi-Oh now. This is great. Let's do it.
Basically.
Okay, okay, sweet. Let's speedrun Quick Cook Turbo. Have fun.
Pretty much.
Can we
Speedrun
not?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Speedrun Yu-Gi-Oh! Until I lose any percent.
time to get level 50 in no time with Adventure Eldlich.
Oh, God. Now, here's the interesting part. They haven't announced anything about a banned or limited list of cards for this event yet. So,
Right.
that's going to be interesting to find out.
I mean, during their non-extra deck tournament, they fucking slapped Draco up pretty good, so that was good.
Yes.
And as a Draco player, I'm like, oh, thank God they slapped that
But
shit up.
Adventure
then I re-
Eldlich and Fluwanderies were both unhit, which
Yeah,
you-
Flunders weren't even fucking touched. Fucking there can only be one was at 3, and I'm
I
just
mean-
sitting there. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, how the fuck do you fucking play this format?
I mean, I wrecked everyone with Adventure Eldlich and then also with Fluwander too when I did the normal summons missions.
All I fucking know is this: is I'm just sitting here, just like, they really need to go there and like fucking put out a Master Duel list, or just do a third ban list that just focus on Master Duel. Like hypothetically, hit the problematic cards to 1, ban the cards to match the OCG list.
Yes.
Then handle other shit, because this is just getting ridiculous.
As I said, Ranked is a big mess. It doesn't
When
make
is it
fun
not
anymore.
a mess?
Okay, so that's the last thing that I have to talk about as far as digital Yu-Gi-Oh! So I did promise
Did you
you
want
you'd
to
be
start
able.
with? So we're gonna start with the ban list. Do you guys want to start with the ban list, or do you want to start with a different topic?
I assume you mean ban list predictions, of course. And
Yeah, I got ban list predictions. Unless if you guys want to do that last, so you guys can get your shit done and over with, because I'm gonna take a good while.
well, the fun thing is there's not much to talk about in terms of the product releases, so we can just go ahead and speed run that.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, here's the funny thing. I'm going to sum it up for you real quick. Nothing has been delayed.
Cool.
Yeah, I swear to God. I swear to
Finally,
God.
the first time in 10 years.
I swear to God, if they delay the fucking R-ACE-ist deck like they did in America, and then give it to the fucking you people first, I'm gonna be sad. And if like I mean not the R-ACE-ist deck, they delay this. They come out and say here's an Ash reprint, but let's delay it even further. If they do that, I'm gonna fucking flip. Like, literally. I'm already 90% German. I already have too much anger as is.
I know they delayed the cyber-style successor structure deck, like, when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Imperm wasn't gonna be in there, and then fucking someone fucking went into the goddamn meeting like, no, we're putting Imperm in this shit. Fire me afterwards.
Well, yeah,
But
that was Yugi Nono. Thank Yugi Nono for that one.
Yeah.
We lost Lightning Storm, though.
Yeah, well, we weren't going to get that one that soon anyways.
Yeah, true.
All
I
right.
have a feeling. I have a feeling we're not gonna get Common Ash, and I have a feeling we're not gonna get Common Ash in that deck. But what they could do, which they're probably not going to, because they want to sell it, other sets. What they could do is just replace Common Ash with Crystal Bond, and I'll be happy. I know a lot of people might hate it, but hey, Crystal Bond's not in the deck. Oh, here's a common copy. Now you don't have to pay $20 for a fucking playset.
Yeah, isn't Ash also getting reprinted in the new Megatons?
Yeah, so I don't think Ash is
already.
gonna be in there. This is why you put Crystal Bond in there.
I haven't seen anything about that personally, but it's a possibility.
We need a Forbidden Droplet and Lightning Storm reprint.
Okay, now,
yeah, but that's gonna happen in the Megatons. But go ahead and do your content, Nashi.
Right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the really quick rundown. Legendary
While you're
Duelist...
doing that, I'm gonna take a quick bio break.
Okay. Legendary Duelist Season 3 is officially out. Power of the Elements is officially out. They changed the name of Vernalizer to Vernasylph, though, and I kind of like that name more.
Yeah, it's okay.
They also
Sorry if I'm staying quiet.
Oh, you're fine. They also finally released the Goatee archetype, which is basically the new incarnation of Banish Fish, I guess? Generation Fish?
Mm-hmm.
With synchro
From 2012.
variants, and is kind of improved.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, sorry.
Keeper has a home now.
I'll actually play the deck if I can find a way to put the white aura cards in there and some deep sea stuff. I'll play the deck.
That's
I will say
possible. That is
something.
indeed possible.
It's weird because
And welcome
I found
to
this one link month.
G.
Yo, it's me.
Yo.
Yes.
Also, it's not pronounced Gotti. It's pronounced fish.
Indeed.
Yeah, let's go.
that'll
Fish
do.
best deck, man.
Tomato.
Alright, so, since we're talking about fish, have we taught the fish how to synchro summon?
Not until we
Yes,
get
we
to
have.
Silica and Sersha.
Have we taught fish how to...
Not just the ability to synchro summon, the ability to excel synchro summon.
Have
No.
we taught them to duel in general,
They
though?
have this one. There's this link monster called Abyss Keeper that actually is good for this deck. It's so weird.
Oh, that's kind of nice. Alright, so what did I miss?
Well, we just went over all the new changes for Master Duel. We were talking about Cross Duel. You know, we just now got to the card game stuff, so you haven't missed much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see. Alright, so before we move on to there, I wanted to just say something about Master Duel. There needs to be a ban list.
Yeah,
That is
We
like,
just talked about that.
I just went on a 3-minute rant about
Oh
that.
my
But
God.
is Konami
Yeah.
gonna fucking do it? No.
oh, you went for 3 minutes? Nah, man, I could go for like 3 hours straight talking about this.
Please
Okay,
don't.
very sorry, man.
Please don't.
No.
I am dedicated, man.
Okay.
No, I won't, of course.
Here's what I said. VFD, order, vanity's emptiness, and a lot of shit that's problematic hit the one. Make Master Duel have its own custom ban list. Like, and I'm talking about these problematic, busted-ass cards that are 3 in the TCG and 3 in the OCG. Slap that shit to 1.
Damn. Yeah.
Anyway.
I would agree with some of these. Like,
just
I
ban
mean,
everything. See what
Alright,
happens.
I guess we can move on. Yeah, let's just hope that there is change. And I hope there's like toss levels of bloodshed where they killed every single deck in that January ban
Look
list.
at them.
It was beautiful.
I'm gonna make a bet right now. They're gonna semi-limit 5 things and call it quit.
Oh, it's probably gonna be ours too. They're gonna kill my deck. And then I'm gonna just cringe and I'll go play Utopia, I guess. Anyway.
Hey, Utopia's fun.
So,
yeah, Utopia's fun.
Right. Okay, well, getting back to the point, in addition to Goatee finally getting released and looking decent and carrying some decent generic effects, they also imported the new Morphtronics support into this pack for some freaking reason.
Yeah, they've given up on early D9.
Yes. It is beautiful. Not Speedway. Morphtronics support, that support brings a tear to my eye. It's beautiful.
No, but Morphtronics had this a long time coming.
Yeah,
God knows.
Yes, they deserved it.
So basically what they're going to do with Morphtronics is they're going to put an FTK in the Master Duel. What a fucking great idea.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, wait. Cannon Soldier's banned over there. Oh, they know how to fucking do their ban list. Never mind.
Wait.
You can FTK without Cannon Soldier.
Morphtronics have their own.
In the TCG, the FTK uses Cannon Soldier.
Yeah, you just
FTG sucks.
Damn.
Okay. Well, back to the initial point. Like I said, they've imported Morphtronics with Power of the Elements. Now, like I said before, there have been no date changes. Tactical Masters is still dropping on August 26th. The Tinted Pharaoh's Gods is still dropping on September 16th.
You know why they pushed back Tactical Masters? Because they didn't want a new format before American Nationals.
Probably.
Man. Yeah, but wait. What archetypes are in Tactical Masters? I completely forgot about that set.
Valance.
I know the Labyrinths were in there, I think.
Yeah, Valance, Labyrinths, and one other.
The three
Labyrinths
are
called
fucking
Mr.
insane.
Rune. What was called Mr. Rune?
Yeah, Runic.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Runic. Disgusting.
Mr. Rune would have fucked a lot of shit up at Nationals, apparently.
Yes, I love playing first-person RPGs and activating Mystic Mine. Fun for the whole family. Anyway.
Yep.
Mystic Mine was in the fucking finals of the fucking Nationals. Hi, I'm a striker player. Frickin' engage and frickin' kill over. And then, I mean, you could actually kill over for me to engage, because the hollowness in your digest. Yeah.
Well,
I just say NA final.
Well, Sky Strikers are going to get a lot more support with that Mr. Rune stuff.
And they're not going to ban the shit. Go ahead.
Also, I do wonder when we're getting Linkage. Linkage is a funny spell.
Linkage? Wait, is Linkage in that November set, or is that down the line?
Yeah.
I think it's down the line. But,
yeah, I haven't said anything about it.
Oh, you know what the biggest FU to TCG player was? Make Link a surprise card just to see how many people just fucking suffer. That'd be funny. Actually, fucking do that shit. I don't want to... I support that, just to piss off the player base.
Wow.
Well,
great.
Getting back onto the list.
This is a clear case of someone who wants to watch the world burn. Please stay away.
I played Draco.
That's not enough.
You're an ape.
Burning anyways. Might as well do it with Yu-Gi-Oh.
I played TG Stun, my dude. Draco is a joke over that.
TG oh my god, the funny thing is, like, every single time I play 2011, I just play that deck. It's like, I don't know, it's just...
I played it back into was actually annoying.
3 skill drain, man, and then you just drain a TG, you search a TG. That's insane. Anyway.
Well, getting back to the list, Tin of the Pharaoh's God still appears to be dropping on September 16th. The Speed Duel Tournament Pack is dropping on September 28th, which is a Wednesday. I will never understand that.
Let's go.
Structure Deck Legend of the Crystal Beast still appears to be slotted for September 30th. The OTS Tournament Pack 20 is dropping October 5th. And Speed Duel...
fuck.
Yeah. Speed Duel GX Midterm Paradox Box dropping on October 7th.
Oh, that's got me hyped because I'm like the one Speed Duel player on Earth. Well, there's more, but yeah.
You and MBT.
Okay.
You and MBT.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be hyped if they put the Gate Guardian reprint in there, because every fucking copy is expensive right now.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
Oh my god.
Nostalgia sells all the fucking time. You can put a nostalgia fucking video for 10 seconds, and Yu-Gi-Oh players will fucking pay thousands.
Yeah. I mean,
excuse us if all we grow up, which is the show.
Literally pay. Okay, hi Yu-Gi-Oh players. Would you like Maya Valentine to talk sexy to you for 10 seconds, or Joey to be gay with you for 10 seconds? Pay us thousands of dollars.
I'll take both.
God.
I'll take both options. Here's my credit card information.
That's what's good salesmanship.
Yu-Gi-Oh players, shut up and take my money.
Oh, if you want to hear good sales shit, oh my god. Nah, let's just not get into Konami's business practices.
Let's not. We'll be here all night.
Better than others.
Yeah, we'll be here all night.
Yeah, their
ruin all of your franchises for fun.
Their practices are questionable at best. We lost Kojima for links.
Yes, that is depressing.
I still mourn to this day because we lost PT.
Hot take. Kojima got what he deserved.
Oh,
what?
Oh,
what? Oh boy. Alright, can we... Alright, are we ready for the ban list? Or do we need
still
to
got a
talk
few
about
things
it
to talk about real
let's
quick.
just switch back. Let's just go to ban list. So.
Still got a few things left to discuss. Darkwing Blast, October 21st still.
Darkwing Blast.
Darkwing Blast. Darkwing Blast, if you're opening packs, you better play the Darkwing Duck theme song.
Of course.
Of course. Each time I play Blackwing, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna be vibing to that theme song 10 hours on loop. Even though I'll probably get sick of it after like 3 hours.
Me too. Don't worry, I do that too.
Low win rate.
It's a sacrifice you have to make for Blackwings.
Yeah, it's the boy Crow Hogan. Just to replicate his.
I mean, Crow used to be my favorite character Crow used to be my favorite character until I seen the Japanese season that we never got a 5D. So like, holy shit! Yusei has balls of steel. Okay, he's my favorite now.
Yeah, the season of 5Ds ruined all characters not named Yusei.
Yeah, I swear to God, if they ruined Yusei in 5Ds,
of the Blackwing cards, the Sandstorm one doesn't look real to me.
Okay.
Also,
go ahead, Nashi.
Go ahead. Hang on. What were you gonna say?
I find it insanely funny that most of the Blackwing cards actually encourage you to play Blackwing and Dragon. It's insane. I mean,
I've actually seen some combos, some Blackwing combos from Big Eye Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay, so you know how the Signer Dragons came Starlight? Blackwing Dragon has to be a Starlight in that set. No fucking shot.
It's hilariously funny. Like, they don't change at all how Blackwing play. They still are Kali Yuga / Bardish Chirbo. Which is,
I mean, unless you decide to be the biggest Crow simp and just
synchro only.
Exactly, that is my route. Like, I don't care if I don't miss out on raid rappers.
You can still make something decent out of it. Like, it's not really bad.
It's not that bad. Yeah, I agree.
Although I will say that if you're actually trying to play Blackwing Su the most optimal ability with Darkwing Blast, you kind of need to have Blackwing Dragon in your extra deck because of Vata the Knave. And
indeed.
Yeah, one of the
Vata.
Because
and the new Synchro, which by the way replaced Flare Metal Dragon.
Yeah, that's
gonna
actually the point I was
Yeah.
going to get to.
There's an FTK. I remember like some of my friends were playtesting those cards, and they just discovered that you could do the funny that you could do with flare metal, and
basically became a synchro 10. That's a sad thing.
Hilarious.
that is
It's
hilarious.
not.
It's
It's
funny.
sad.
I will die on this hill. It's hilarious that that's the
A
case.
synchro monster took the job of an Xyz monster. That's sad. That's unemployment.
Okay, so since I might get hate for this, no, the flare needs a better reprint. But I could see. I just thought of an idea. The Blackwing set is coming out, and they can abuse the flare. Make the flare an ulti.
That's not an awful idea.
Not an awful idea, but it pisses off a lot of budget players, and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry.
Bro, I'm a budget player. I am in shambles.
Deck.
Okay, how easy are you going to make Baroness in Blackwings?
See, I tried to make it, but if you do, you have to give up on playing Simone.
That's true.
And that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea.
Not
It's
the
not a
boy
good
that's
idea, but I just want to see it. I just want to see it summoned in Blackwing for the memes.
Like Simone gives you so much consistency to get to the new level 4. You basically have to settle for Hot Trade or pass. If you want to make a you need to give up on playing Simone.
Oh no. But why, my boy?
You can play Savage.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to the topic at hand if we can.
Sure.
Okay, back to the list. Magnificent Maven still appears to be dropping on November 4th.
What's that?
What is that?
It's the special box that has all the female archetypes' new supports, as well as Shizu Ishtar's Earth Fairies.
The card that will make Tyrannomans actually degenerate.
That will make them tier 0, yeah. Like, off of... I just hate how this deck...
Don't they also have, like, support cards as well for Altergeist and the likes?
Sort of, yeah.
Ich bin ein Altergeist Spieler.
Can I take this moment to say, the new fairies, the ones that don't mill, are borderline Diddy Crow on steroids.
Oh, you mean the new Earth Fairies?
No,
Most of the deck is
banish that shuffle from the graveyard.
Oh yeah,
They're
that
borderline Diddy Crow.
Yeah,
Those are just insane.
one of Ishizu's Earth Fairies returns cards from either player's grave back to the deck.
2 of them.
Yeah, right. Sorry. After that, and now we actually get to some of the new information. Structure Deck R Devil's Gate, which is the Dark World Structure Deck, finally has a confirmed date of December 2nd.
Yo, I'm hyped for that. I'm hyped.
We're all lit. It's litty.
And after reviewing their information, the reprints that they've confirmed for this thing are actually kind of insane, especially the Skill Drain reprint.
Hey, is that in the OCG or TCG?
That's in the OCG right now. We don't know what the TCG is going to have, other than the date.
Oh, they're not going to do Skill Drain. I mean, they might.
Well, hang on. They might. That card hasn't had a reprint in a long time.
It's got reprinted in
It got a reprint. It goes right in the hidden
back too.
Got reprinted in February and it was still expensive, so I'm sort of wanting it to be common.
Okay, so it doesn't have enough reprints. My bad.
No, can we talk about something?
What?
Okay, maybe I'm irrelevant because I'm old player, but it doesn't have 3 skill drains.
Really? What? Same.
I don't play skill drain. Why would I want it?
I remember the time when skills like used to be pennies. I had playsets of them, not a single one.
I have 5 for some.
I got a
reason,
playset.
I bought a playset of Ultras when I had 2 perfectly good.
Then again,
rares.
I can't really be an example because I'm one of the players who played back when Skill Drain really got released, like the early 2000s.
I did too. I played Beatdown. Well, not Beatdown. I played. My friend gave me a Beatdown deck to play one day at GOAT format when I just got tired of losing with Gear Control, and let's just say I almost Just say my friend knew how to fucking beat that, and he put all the outs in his deck before, so yeah.
Yeah,
After the finals, he fucked me over.
I started off near the beginning of the Zexal era, fell off, came back to Pepe format. So I had no skill trains and was surprised to see Pendulum summoning for the first time.
I'm sure.
I come back a fresh new player, my opponent's summoning 5 monsters and I get OTK'd. What the fuck?
Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! 2012?
Yeah, welcome.
2012. No, that was like 2015, 2016.
It's hard to keep track of
Oh,
time
wow.
anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you're not going against Infernity.
To be fair, cool ports weren't like okay, they were unfair, but to be fair, I would rather lost the quill ports back then than the shitty fucking shit that they fucking came up with down the line after that.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Okay, the last product that we have to talk about with a date is Speed Duel GX Duelist of Shadows, which is dropping on March 31st.
I'm a Mia.
What does that have?
Okay, before anything else, I'm gonna say this.
No,
the Dark World Architect has better support than Crystal Beast. That's surprising.
That's not entirely surprising to
main
me.
deck monsters.
The new fusion monster rewrites a card effect, and the counter trap can negate summons and protect your board.
I'm going to make a prediction on that structure deck. That skill drain is going to be replaced by a fucking Dark Hex Sealed Fusion.
Wait, what is going to be replaced with?
Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad about it.
You know, I could almost see that, but it would need to be light hex. It would need to be
Hex Sealed.
No, light imprisoning mirror.
Not even funnier. Ash is going to be replaced by Battle Fader.
That I
will
believe.
not say it.
Okay. I did a rant earlier about that. Crystal Bonds is not in the deck. Just replace Ash with Crystal Bonds, but they're probably not going to.
Yes, let's put Crystal Bond in the Dark World structure deck. What could possibly go wrong?
I'm talking about Crystal Bonds in the fucking Crystal deck, not.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if there was a factory error like that?
I could almost imagine that. They've made major factory errors in the past. Hell, just look at some of the previous gold printed stuff.
The wrong name.
Okay, this only happened in EU and rarely happened in the United States, and it's.
Yeah, the rest of the world exists, my buddy.
It's not that, but it's not like everyone's just trying to get it. They made Mystic Shine Ball a ghost rare accidentally.
Yeah, I saw that.
A few times, and I'm like, why isn't this copy worth more? But then again, it's Mystic Shine Ball can only be ran in actually 2 decks.
They misprinted Mystic Shine Ball and accidentally made it a ghost rare.
Chaos Neo's gonna strike moments.
Just like how they made Chaos Neos a ghost rare, but gave it the name.
That was legendary. I think that misprint sells for like thousands of dollars.
Hold on, let me take a look. Chaos Neos misprint.
Well, while you're looking that up, I'm going to get back to the list. Now,
I'm back.
Welcome back. So 2 products I want to...
1,574 pounds and 14 pence in British pounds. Which in US dollars is nearly $1,900.
Yeah.
Context question mark? I'm sorry, I missed that. What are we talking about? Oh my god.
And an error card.
Still largely unconsequential to price card Minerva.
Certified
Rainbow Dragon Ghost Rare Chaos Neos misprint.
Wait a minute. What is the priciest Yu-Gi-Oh card? What is the priciest Yu-Gi-Oh? Some copy of
Let me look that up in TCG Player. Let's take a look.
Yeah, that sounds right.
The most prices. I think it's Cyberstein. Well, no. We're talking about like we're talking about any card.
Because any card.
There's Japanese stuff with a metal. There's a metal BLS worth $3 million. And then there's a one-of prize card in a case that's more familiar, and it's a blue eyes.
Yeah.
The reason why I
Yeah.
noticed is because I read articles about this shit.
Right.
And then there's of course Tyler the Great Warrior.
Yeah, that's true too.
Warrior.
Yeah, but that's
You
a
survived
literally
to sell that
priceless.
fucking card.
Yeah, are you going to take it off a kid that was dying? Would you?
Yeah, that guy's
But
priceless.
basically,
Yeah.
that kid
Wait.
survived. That kid survived and sold the card, and I kind of feel
Oh,
bad
yeah.
for Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Imagine if he would have kept it and then submitted a deck list with Tyler the Great Warrior. That would be insane.
That motherfucker would have brass balls.
I
Yep.
summon myself in attack mode.
Yeah.
Hello,
That was
Jinzo.
reasonable.
I'd Nashi were like,
Okay.
let Nashi finish because we're getting late, and I still got to go on the banless route.
Yeah, I only have a few more things to talk Yu-Gi-Oh wise. Real quick, the Pharaonic Legends special pack, which is supposed to have some of the new Odeon support, like that new Apopus Trap Monster.
Odeon support.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new Apopus Trap Monster, and the Duelist
Oh.
pack, Duelist Pyroxene, which was going to be that All-Earth pack, but neither of those are likely to be happening in America. Because, obviously, they've given us the Mortronic support already, and they're planning on giving us the Earth Fairies Shizu support in the Magnificent Mavens. So
what they could do with him is put it in Battles of Legend or Gold Set. Or
that's what I was about to say when you jumped in before I had a chance to. Yeah,
Okay.
they were going to they're probably going to take the Amazonas support that's left and just throw it into the Battle of Legends pack.
Or do the funny.
Fucking All Hollow Amazonas. Oh, fucking hell yes.
Yeah, that's something that's likely, and honestly, I would not be opposed because there is some Earth archetypes in there, including the G Golem imports.
Oh yeah,
yes.
the G Golems.
So it seems likely.
Completely forgot about them.
How good are they anyway?
The
They're
Earth
decent.
support
They're decent.
surprisingly decent.
Yeah, it's surprisingly decent.
It's their new monsters are
G
pendulums,
Golems,
but they
though.
don't really do much. Although I did face one person who used the new pendulums to freely control how long skill drain was face up on their field.
Well, they
Wow,
have
Earth Machine
support,
moment.
but also I was also mostly asking about the G Golems.
Oh, they're fine as
G
generic.
Golem is.
They're fine as
Yeah.
generic Earth techs, but they don't really do anything too impressive. They have a built-in Marauding Captain lock. They resummon Earthlings in a manner that makes them co-linked, which is cool. They're basically just an expansion on what's that Earth Cyber's Code Talker?
Vernalizers?
No.
No.
The Earth Cyber's Code Talker.
Transcode.
Yes.
Transcode.
Imagine an entire archetype that's basically a subroutine of him.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
My favorite archetype. Transcode Talker Turbo.
Basically, that's what it feels like, anyways. But,
God, no.
Now,
Oh, sorry, I had to say it.
It's fine. Last two things to talk about. One, Selection 5-pack was announced over in the OCG, which is a special reprint and alternate art pack for 5 specific archetypes. They've only announced two of them so far, which are the Sky Strikers and Trains.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, Trains, the best deck.
Gustav Altart.
Possibly, but here's the most interesting part of all. They have told us that they're going to be introducing 5 new spell trap cards, one for each, with artwork based on the worldview of each of the themes that will be included.
Oh shit.
Yeah, now bear in mind, I said that this is going to be based on the worldview of the themes. Now,
oh, so it's like those spells they release, like the Dual Academy one, the Reigns one, and yeah, I don't remember the
rest. But
rest.
I want you to think about something very closely. Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't the Trains
Zexal?
Aren't the Trains originally based on German trains?
Yes.
Yeah, they're based around German artillery from World War II.
And
of course, because we can always have to
used for in World. You understand where I'm going with this, right?
Yes.
Sort of.
Who is the archetype that is based on the people who rode the train?
Okay, well, as long as you get the joke, I'm just going to move on before we explode.
There you go.
We all get the joke.
Please do.
Anyways,
I don't get it. I'm on cult anyway.
We'll
Gonna
talk.
tell you later.
Tell you what,
Tell you later,
after the
G.
cast, after the cast, you and I will sit down. I've got a book you might want to read, and it even comes with pop-out
Oh
pictures.
no!
Looks
I'm
actually
This
scared.
sounds
send you a video.
ominous.
I am scared,
Fucking
Nanashi.
fantastic.
Okay, but
Alright,
yeah,
We're-
the only other
last
thing
announcement, last announcement.
the only other thing I have to talk about is that they finally released some information for one of the archetypes from Deck Build Pack Amazing Defenders, Rescue Ace.
Yeah, that
Rescue
looks
Ace is pretty
Right.
cool.
I
Mhm.
What's that
love,
everything?
Anyways,
I absolutely love this archetype. It
Same.
is exactly
Agreed.
what I
Yes.
was hoping it would be.
Look, I like robots. Mathmex didn't do the job, so this is gonna do.
This
My
is
only gripe is that it's a warrior deck.
it's part
Again.
warrior, part machine.
Oh yeah,
I
but
just
the instigator
Googled it.
are
Yeah, but
warriors.
the Max, have you
Same
seen the
as
boss
Fox,
monster?
nice.
He's so damn cool.
Yeah, set 4. What is this?
Set 4 out
Yeah,
of
look-
deck with the boss monster, easy summoning condition that's infinitely reloadable thanks to their field spell. 2 of their main deck boss monsters, the warriors, are literal hand traps that just pull the machines out. It is
It
a
is
purely
very
reactive
cool.
deck, just
Very
like
balanced. Very
firefighters.
balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the level one's like machine dupe target.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess
And
that comes
I
up.
don't think you want to sheen dupe the hydrant.
I mean, you
want to-
can.
Now, when
at
you want a
best-
machine dupe a score,
You want to at best 1-for-1 it. Pull the shit straight to the
yeah.
deck.
Wouldn't it be better to just isolate the warrior one because he does the entire thing?
Well, there's 2 warriors.
No, the one that searches the big one that completes the loop.
That's
I've seen the
Hydrant.
video, but I don't remember the combo exactly.
Well, Hydrant is the 1-star machine that can search the boss. The 3-star just pulls a certain
Yep.
machine out of the deck by discarding it. But
Nice.
most of the time you don't use it for that. You use it for the other 2 machines, one of which gives you draw 2, discard 1, the other one summons another one.
Nice.
Yeah, you save the
Very
boss for your-
cool deck.
Yeah, it's a fantastic deck and I love it. There's just one issue. Apparently over in Japan, the name that's being printed on the card is R-ACE. And of course, that leads to the joke that anybody who plays Rescue Ace is R-ACE-ist.
Wait, whoa, whoa. What did you just say?
Listen.
What did you just
Listen.
say?
It's a joke.
That was just
No, please,
funny
Richard.
when MBT mentioned that thing where he said, "Don't say brave when you mean." I won't continue
Oh.
the sentence. You guys
don't.
know.
Yeah, don't
Oh.
say
Yeah.
brave when you
MBT
mean
is a
adventurer.
fucking tard.
Yep.
That's all I gotta say. MBT is a tard. Jesus Christ.
Don't say brave when you mean adventurer.
Exactly. He gets me. Anyway.
All right, so that's
Okay.
the last Yu-Gi-Oh card product thing I've got to talk about. So I'm going to give the reins to Alucard so he can do his ban list prediction take. Don't take
Oh,
please don't
shit.
take too long,
Let me
and
get-
please
let me
keep
go-
it civil.
I go to the ban list take because I was just doing Draco hands. I've got a new build of Draco that I'm testing.
Oh no, I'm already scared of what you're gonna say.
Oh, here's my ban list take. Things that need to go. First of all is Needle Fiber, which is probably not going to go because they need to sell this Sprite, whatever the fucking call it, Sprite soda, whatever the fuck you call it, Dick.
Sprite.
Fucking cranberry Sprite fucking up your ass.
Want a Sprite cranberry?
I don't think anyone
Cranberry
plays Alka Fibrax and Sprites.
Well,
You can do Hulk
I really hope they get rid of Hulk. Then there's some more cards. Let me pull up that frickin' let me pull up the damn thing, because Nashi didn't let me know to get ready, so I'm kind of a
Oh
little
no,
bit
he's gonna
unprepared.
pull up the spreadsheet.
The Sprite.
I'm scared.
I
know.
I never
why you
fucking
play
do.
Hulk.
I fucking never do a spreadsheet. I'm unhinged when I talk about the ban list.
Oh no.
Boy.
Like I said,
I
man,
mean,
just
I get
Sometimes
unhinged,
nothing
but I'm
comes
scared.
true.
like I said, man, just keep it civil.
This is his first option, and I'm already terrified.
Yes. I
I
mean,
really want Hulk gone. I want Mystic Mind ban. I want
Doesn't
the
everyone?
Telly limited. I also want Scythe gone. I also want the Wind Barrier statue gone. I also want the Adventure Engine hit to 2. They need to take care of that. Dynamite to 3. Tenki I don't think could go to 3. Light Stage to 3 would be just like a total fuck you to everyone who waited so long. So I don't want to have that, so they can get fucked. Ben 10, no. Put that bitch back to 1. Fusion Destiny, put that to 1. Nadira Servant, put that to 1. Desires, put that to 3. Wall of Villain Light to 3. Call by the Grave.
We lost someone.
I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer that could come back to 3. I don't give a fuck what people think.
I need it to be 3.
People think it's toxic. I'll put it back to 3. But here's what I'm bringing back that's gonna bring a lot of hate. Putting Max C to 3 because I'm putting Max C to 3 because Call by the Grave to 3 plus 3 Ash plus 3 Nobleman across out.
Whoa! Making the TCG like the OCG. Great.
I would welcome that.
But just 2 other cards I want to bring off the ban list. But I don't want to get hate, so I'm just going to say, if they ban Needle Fiber, they can bring back Glow Bulb.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm fine with that.
That seems like a fair trade.
And
fair.
Yeah, that is reasonable.
Here's what needs to happen for Harpor to come back. Galatea to 1.
No, you can just break it back to 1.
You know what?
I think.
What is Orcus doing that is so scary?
Here's my 3 wish list cards to come off the list. Karen, Blaster.
No.
Blaster will be fine. Blaster's fine. Karen, Blaster, and we can't do.
Fire?
Oh.
I mean.
No.
Yes. Who's gonna play? No. Actually, no one's gonna play Clownblade.
Giant Fusion, because they need to support the new Gen 9 shit.
That actually might be doable as a 1-up.
Grand Fusion to 1.
And it's not gonna do anything.
The only thing I see wrong with that list is Kirin. I don't think they're gonna do that. But everything else that you mentioned to 1 is a possibility.
And then I'm gonna go over my friend's wish list real fast.
Oh boy.
Rated to 3, Van Hunter. Can you mute yourself, please? Please. And here's his other 2 wish list cards. Sunukunoko to 3, and GNX Birdman to 3 if they ban Needle Fiber.
No thanks on the Birdman.
Wasn't Birdman put the 1 because of loops and FTKs?
No, Birdman was limited because of gadgets all the way in 2010.
Oh yeah.
And then I know a lot of you guys aren't thinking about this. A lot of people think one Tiger, 1 Harp, 1 Galatea would be cancerous.
Well,
not doing shit in the OCG and Tigers at fucking 3. So
you can
why the fuck would it do shit in the TCG?
Well, the reason why it's not doing anything in the OCG is because Max C is a 3.
Yeah.
That's why I'm bringing Maxi back to 3. Call by the Grade to 3. Ash still at 3. Crossout still at 3.
I do agree with Called by a 3 because, rogue players need some items to help defend against some meta decks.
The problem is that if you give them 3, that means that the meta players are also going to have 3, so it's not going to be any better or worse than it was before.
And then here's 2 cards.
You can just give a rogue player Pancratops to 3.
Okay, and then here's 2 cards off my other friend's wish list. Spiral Resort to 3.
Agreed.
No.
I'm doing a Spiral 1-on-1 at the works. Spiral's practically unplayable now.
Spiral Resort to 3 and Time Seal to 3. Because he plays Spiral and used to play Spiral all the time. And he wants to make a funny deck with Time Seal at 3.
Does Resort actually do anything?
You know what he plays now? He plays fucking JYA's Hogan JYA's fucking Gravekeeper list So we play
very
Dragoon.
funny.
Aw. I mean, I guess those aren't unreasonable. I'm afraid to give Spiral any more power, but they're literally unplayable at this state in the game.
Honestly,
so I
as long
guess.
Then
as long as Master Plan is banned, you can give them to a quick fix.
Then finally, this is for Farfa, Beatrice the 3.
Sure.
I
Who
guess.
cares?
I mean, it's not like
One
anybody's going to be
streak.
summoning it easily.
And, and this is what a whole bunch of people competitive who told me. I don't want to get any hate. Yada's so fucking slow and unsearchable. I know multiple people want Yada to go to 3. I'm not for that.
Well, considering that
Did they
Yada
do
is just the
anything?
embodiment of Time Seal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Yatagarasu could come in at fucking allowing you to have unlimited copies of the card.
Oh, the thing
and
is,
it would still do nothing.
The thing is, my friend who wants Yada to go to 3, who also talks to a competitive group, he plays a deck designed to automatically Yada lock you 90% of the time if he could break your board, 50% of the time through interruption.
Well,
He plays a deck just to break your board, just to Yada lock you. But he also needs to remember, this isn't 2004 where the graveyard isn't jack shit. The graveyard can fucking do something to counter that Yada.
Yeah, I should mention actually that somebody in the Spirit server that I run, the Shinobu Spirit server, as it happens, they were experimenting with Yada as a tech in Sprite, and it works.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Is it a level 2?
Because it's
Yes.
small word check.
Oh no, we're not putting that bitch to 3. Fuck.
Sprite Pixies isn't honest for this card.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Look, I'm gonna put it very honestly.
level 2.
Oh no.
Look, if I'm going to put it very honestly, if you're playing a Spirit Master, you're going to play Amano Iwato. You're not going to play Yara.
No, hang
Stop.
on. No,
Stop.
not in Sprite. Not in Sprite.
What does it do in Sprite?
Nothing.
Yatagarasu is a
It's
level
a
2
special
level
that can be
2.
used as a free
And?
normal summon, and you understand that
Oh,
any
Nash,
level
did
2
you hear-
monster... You understand that
Did you
any
hear
level 2
Yada
monster
yet?
on the board enables full combo for Sprite with literally
would you
anything else
rather
in hand,
play?
right?
Would you rather play a level 2 that is circumstantial benefits or Diva, the Life Twins, and the many other good level 2s? Like that's just
Yeah.
like
Level 2, it doesn't matter.
It's...
you're basically normal summon a vanilla.
I understand where you're getting at, but here's the problem. As a level 2 monster that just takes up your normal summon, its existence alone enables Sprite to do whatever they want to do normally with the same way that any other level 2 did. But what you need to keep in mind is that Sprite Pixies comes into play then, because it isn't honest for any level 2 monster battling, which means Yatagarasu's lock will go off. Even as a one-of for each of Yatagarasu and Sprite Pixies, both of them, Pixies being searchable off of the basic Sprite combo, means that you can and usually will get a Yada lock off. And then it just goes right back to your hand when you're done. You can use it for anything else at that point. Discard fodder if you want.
Maybe if we ban Toad, I could hear you, but right now we have far bigger problems than Yatakarasu.
Okay, well, let me be clear then.
They're not going to ban Toad just now. They're going to make him...
Lockhart, if I may, I'd like to make my final point. I'm not saying you're wrong, Lekunga. I'm saying you're absolutely right that the Toad engine is a far more problematic thing. I'm saying that as a one-of in a 40-card deck where you're probably going to have space to spare and fill up anyways, it's not out of the ordinary imagination possibility to see a random Yatagarasu in someone's build suddenly come up.
Even if you play as a trio, are you telling me that it is the best level 2 monster to play? It's
Absolutely
not. Even the top
No,
5.
but it's a decent one. It's a decent one. It does something.
Of course,
You can get it off.
In my opinion, it's as good as Hero Kid.
Guys, mind I throw
That's my
out?
opinion.
Mind I throw out my list?
I got one last thing to bring up, and this is for all of us.
Sure.
Anti-spell. People want it banned. People want it to 1. I'm one of the firm believers that it needs to stay at 3.
What card?
Let's go. I'll go down the line. Anti-spell fragrance. Connor, what's your opinion? 3, 0, or 1?
Anti-spell fragrance?
3. It's
Hey.
not. anti-spell fragrance isn't really doing anything.
Yeah,
It's
Exactly.
I would go
call
with
it
3 as
best.
well.
Alright,
Same,
now,
3.
Okay,
I'm
now
one.
Kenny.
I'm with 0.
Okay, Kenny. Now, you guys already cut in line, so you guys. Kenny, what was your take on anti-spell 301?
I mean,
It's a necessary evil right now.
it's a necessary evil. It's like any card, anything you want to bring back at 3. It's a necessary evil. It eventually has to come off because Genji gets power crept. But if you get back Maxi at 3, we need it because God knows we do. If you bring something like, I personally would advocate for Block Dragon to come back, but no one would like that.
Well, I'm talking about anti-spell right now.
Anti-spell?
People want it banned. I believe it should be at 3.
It should still be at 3 just because it can slow down anything. It should be.
I cannot pronounce your name. Luek.
That guy. That guy. Yeah, 3. The card is too weak.
Okay, Raven.
Definitely 3. It depending on what deck is playing that. Once it gets flipped on you, it's literally just the meme. Oh no! Anyway.
Reborn said 0 Tim Brick. What was your opinion on anti-spell?
I'm 0 too.
Oh, then Reborn. Anti-spell.
Hey, Reborn.
Anti-spell to 3.
Ah.
Okay. Okay.
And how about you, Zivuth?
Zivuth.
What is?
Oh.
Anti-spell. 3, 1, or 0?
Yeah, 3, 1, or 0.
1.
Ah.
Oh, good. Someone could be the fucking odd one out. I was hoping someone would say 1. But go ahead. You guys can do your list and your take. Anti-spell was the last thing I decided to do.
Can I intervene?
Go ahead. You guys can talk. And if anyone says Snell back to 0, think again because it's not.
Nah. We're not that.
Go ahead. If you guys want to do your ban list take, I'm gonna.
Oh no! If Snow went back to 0, a friend of mine who has a weird obsession with her would be in tears of an existential crisis.
Me as a fairy tale control player at times on Dueling Book would be like, fuck.
Dude, fairies are fun.
So, for me, we might as well, if, and I stress on if, tier elements get very out of hand, we could take out instant fusion and get back Northern, because in my opinion, Northern encourages super poly as a counter for rogue decks.
I mean, that's not untrue.
The argument
I'm
that
all
it's not
for
once
Northern
per turn,
coming back.
the argument that it's not once per turn is really not logical, because what revival cards are you playing for a bad Dugaris?
And it has to be a level 4 fucking target, so you can't
No,
shit
it has to be level 4 or lower.
So you can't shit out Scythe. So that's okay.
It negates anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that too.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Zodiac just resend the thing back into the deck and then fusion summon it again over and over?
Because
that was the loop.
Yeah,
but that was when it was at full power.
That's Zoo full power though.
Nanashi, that combo is impossible without Broad Ball. You have to
hard. The combo is impossible without Broad Ball. Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying the combo is possible anymore. I'm just trying to remember what exactly it was that was the straw that broke the camel back.
The combo was normal any Zodiac, go into Broad Ball, add Lunalite Black Sheep, add Poly, you go into the one that revive Broad Ball, Fusion, go into Northern, revive the Zodiac, go into more Zodiacs, and then you go into Daigusto Emerald and keep it reloading.
Zodiac Party.
Yeah, and then rinse and repeat at that point.
Then you end with a +5.
And now
then you end with a +5 from any Zodiac.
Right, and now that we have Tenki back to 2, that's going to be the best that you can do as far as trying to get into your copies of Black Sheep. So, yeah, that combo is not strong enough to matter anymore, is it?
Yeah, either you either have to hard. Not to mention, for the combo to work, you need to specifically draw Fusion Sub. Normal Poly doesn't do it.
That's true.
That and you need to draw your one of fucking rat pair at times.
No, you can't do it with any Zodiac, but.
No, but it's 10 times better if rat pair because you dump the fucking combo.
Obviously. Okay, well.
So also I would say Do you guys think that we should dial back on some trap? Like, is there a floodgate that we should limit?
What do you mean?
To be honest, as a Draco player,
What?
there can only be one.
I'm starting
can
to
only
see
be
like a
one.
rise. Like I'm starting to
There
see
can
a
only
rise
be
in
one summon that
rivalry
can
in
do it.
rivalry and Gozen match.
Oh. Well, Gozen
Okay,
makes sense
go-
because
Oh,
sharks
that.
are starting to become popular.
Gozen is a necessary evil to counter splites in certain cards.
I see.
Rivalry, I've always been that person that says rivalry should have been at one since the beginning.
So
There can only be one needs hit. Summon limit is a necessary evil, but it needs to fucking go. The monarchs are up. It has to have a tribute, so that's fine.
so
I'm going through all my other floodgates right now.
well, I continue. I'm going to just talk about extra deck cards because I think all the main decks ones, besides the obvious tuners, deserve to say. For extra deck, I also say Denlong could come back. It's not going to do anything. It's way too weak.
I would argue that you
No,
shouldn't
no,
because
I-
Dinos exist.
No.
I
True,
disagree.
man, no. Dino
No, I
I
don't think
disagree
The
with
only way-
Danglong because of Sword Soul.
The only way Denglong can come back is with an errata.
No.
Yeah,
Let's not be.
Yeah,
let's not
yeah.
be arrogant
Sadly,
about
You'll
has
see
their
that
errata
materials.
cannot come back.
part of videos where he has like Chao Feng Turbo, and it's
it. Yeah.
usually the card
you
that
forget-
makes it possible is
guys.
Economy,
The only way Danglong can come back is if you're forced to use Yang Zings to make it.
What?
Yeah, I think that's
That would
the
be
only.
better.
Or at the very
possible
least,
way.
a Wyrm of some sort.
Exactly.
Well, no, because Sword Soul could break the fuck out of that card, and we don't need that. So you're forced to play.
That's
And make
true.
what? And make what?
Danglong.
What are you going to make? And
You make Danglong search. You make Danglong, and then you search the fucking counter trap that's in the gate for Sword Soul.
Which is
And
the
then
easiest
what? You
combo in the
just-
world.
So many things.
It
You
doesn't
just sit
matter at
on
that
Denlong?
point. Dude, people were planning on splicing in Dinomorphia into standard Lost World dinosaurs for that exact reason.
Yeah, this is why you fucking make it like have to have a Yang Zing tuner or something like that to summon it.
which already requires you to play the bricks if you want to. If you just don't want to add Denlong and sit on it. Then I remember when Connor said Shao Feng, yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Oh, and since we were talking about floodgates, Soul Drain is insane in this format. Just to let you guys know.
It might be the best It might be the best side decking card that we have in the game right now.
Shadow Mirror is also good.
Yeah.
Shadow Mirror is
Right.
also good.
Right, sorry, do you mind if I just briefly change the subject of when it comes to card games? Because I have to get going in a bit due to
Alright, go ahead.
time.
Yeah, actually, I was
Oh,
going to
sure.
say we should
Yeah,
probably
go
start
ahead.
talking
Go
about
ahead.
other card games while we have the opportunity.
Yeah, sure, I'll drop it.
Right.
Let the guys who need to go, and then Reborn could do his ban list last.
Sounds good. Okay, so what's up, Mr. Rowe?
Alright, so as the new quote-unquote Digimon card game ambassador, unquote, using like 3 pairs of quotation marks, I have a few announcements on the card game. First things first, they have announced a new update to their banned and restricted list.
Oh boy.
I'm so happy. I'd rather hear it from a fucking player than fucking hear it online.
Okay, so it took effect on August 1st. Only 2 cards have been added to the restricted list, so you can only play 1 copy per deck.
Oh man, I thought there'd be more hits.
Nah, the first card is Jet Sophimon from BT7. The effect reads, when one of your Digimon with a Tamer card in its Digievolution traits, which is possible, Digivolves into this card in your hand, reduce the memory cost of the Digievolution by 2. And it's a Digievolution cost of 3, so that's a 1 cost. When Digivolving, if a card with hybrid in its traits is in this Digimon's Digievolution sources, recovery +1. So place the top card of your deck on top of your security. The patch notes, not really patch notes, but the comments on the official site say, decks that use this card have dominated the metagame for longer than expected, greatly limiting viable decks in yellow. For this reason, we've decided to restrict this list to this card even to 1 copy per deck. Really, yellow hybrid is really, I'm not really too sure about the massive game myself, but if anyone is more akin to let of us know about why this card is hit, so feel free. And the next card that everybody had been begging for, Tommy Hemi to 1. Tamer card of play cost of 3. Security, skill, play this card without paying its memory cost. On play, trash 3 Digi-Evolution cards from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon.
Bruh, that's broken.
Exactly, and it gets worse. Inherited skill. When attacking once per turn until the end of your opponent's next turn, one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digi-Evolution cards can't attack or block.
Oof.
Again, all this for 3 cost. Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
I would have it banned. I don't know if the Digimon card game has a banned section yet.
They have, but they only have 1 card on the banned section. And that was back in February. But anyway, the comment says, this card trashes multiple Digi-Evolution cards from the bottom of a Digimon for a low cost and can prevent Digimon with no Digi-Evolution cards from attacking or blocking each turn, as I already brought up. This ultimately limits the gameplay experience and causes frustration. Therefore, we've decided to restrict it to 1 copy per deck. And those are the only updates to the banned and restricted list as of recent.
Well, that was surprisingly short.
But I still have a few more announcements on the card game. First off, the 9th main set, X Record, is now out. It was released right at the tail end of July, though UK release was initially delayed to August 12th, and that is still set to happen. We also had, as I already mentioned, in the previous one, I think, extra expansion set. The second one, Digital Hazard, as I already brought up. And for future releases even, 10th main set, Booster Cross Encounter, still set to release in English on October 14th, though the UK release has still yet to be released. And following that, the 3rd expansion set, Draconic Roar, is set to release on November 11th in English, but the UK release has yet to be confirmed. And that's about it for Digimon, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Digimon card game. And I sadly have to go now since it is 10 minutes till midnight where I am.
Then you better go get some rest.
It was nice being here. Take care, all. Enjoy the rest of the podcast.
Stay friend. Don't do anything crazy now.
Good night, Ori.
I'll try not to be crazy.
That's hard to do.
Best way.
And then there was 9.
That's
the
ominous.
mighty 9.
What the hell's wrong with you?
That's a joke. I'm sorry. It's just a thing me and my friends do.
Can we go back to controversial ballistics?
Well, it was Reborn's turn after all.
Oh, sure.
Right,
Because I see that because Orichalcos wanted a minute. I still have one take, and then I'll give to Reborn, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Okay.
Can we please return Invoker to 1?
We could.
I mean, we could, but it kind of doesn't matter.
If it wasn't generic.
I know that it has a Verde issue because it just yeets anything. But come on now, isn't two level 3s into Isolde is not any different than any normal summon into Isolde. That's not.
I know, but it's a free special summon from deck though. That's the thing.
You do realize how many of these we have?
It doesn't even really have a cost, unlike Isolde. With Isolde, you have to play a bunch of equip spells. Invoker, it's for free.
Yeah, but how you play around it is you play only one equip spell to use only one level 1, and that level 1 is usually overpowered. For example, Renault or Octostretch. That's how you play around the cost.
I mean, regardless of whether or not it should have an errata, I mostly want to see it come back because I love X-Sabers.
The thing is, he's not good in X-Sabers. Like, he has that syndrome of Verte. There's cards that just had a tag of archetype. Like, in X-Sabers, the only thing you can use with is Bogar Knight. And he triggers on normal summon.
I know, that sucks.
He really doesn't benefit the deck. And his usual targets, Ratchbait and Gokis, are like bad.
MX Saber Invoker coming back is going to cause a lot of confusion and issues. The first thing that comes to mind is that it's going to bring.
I mean, I don't think so, because we have seen Zenmighty come back.
Right, but what you fail to remember is that, well, I'm thinking you might not remember this. MX Saber's Invoker's biggest use was in Madolche.
Yes, I know.
You really want to give them that power step back? With the new support?
Do you really think they need... Madolche has the luxury to play 2 level 3s?
Yes.
I mean, they were playing Instant Fusion with Fusionist for that and Leviair.
They need to get to Oatcake and draw Instant Fusion or Fusion to get to Mr. Gelato, which they already can get to multiple times very easily.
And they can access their level 3s just as easily.
The issue with Madolche is not how to get to to Mr. Gelato. The issue is that they are very landlocked. Their boss monsters are very weak compared to what we have now.
And yet they still have the speed, endurance, and capabilities to clear a board in a matter of moments. Do you really want to make that stronger?
Yeah. One more support for Madolche, and they would basically become tier 0. You know, Spiral, that shit deck that suddenly became incredibly broken because of double Helix?
Yeah, but there is a very, very, very big difference between double Helix and Invoker. The issue with double Helix is the 3+3.
Ultimately, I think it boils down to that the card is fantastically good and could either break a few decks that have access to it or not matter at all. And I'm afraid to find out which one it is. That's a coin flip I don't want to make.
It's a bit hypocritical. My tongue is twisting.
It's fine, you got it.
I think it's a bit hypocritical that we let Isolde go, that we let Cherubini go. Cherubini, by the way, is a much, much stronger version of Invoker. By the way, he's not limited. He's not limited to level 4s. We are talking about MX Saber Invoker. We already have.
Oh yeah, MX Saber Invoker can't come back because of certain degenerate bullshit.
Please cite it. Which one?
MX Saber Invoker. Can't come back
what
because
bullshit?
of bullshit.
What was it that caused it to get banned?
It was Zodiac.
No, Isolde. Invoker have survived the Zodiac Carnage. He got banned to.
Yeah, Isolde caused that shit to get banned. And you know what pissed me off about that shit? Fucking MX Saber Invoker was making Madolche playable. My friend was happy, and then
missed the train.
Then I was walking outside with my neighbor's dog.
Sorry.
You're fine. She's got a Labradoodle, and I fucking love that breed. Now, here's the main thing that pissed me off was, I was happy with the Madolche deck. We put together an Amazon deck that we both shared. When that fucking shit got hit, we just got rid of the Amazon deck because there was no fucking way to play that shit after the Saber Invoker got fucking muted.
Yeah. The only powerful, between parentheses, the target that you can hit from Invoker is Amazoness Archer, but that's really not an excuse. Because you can already use Amazoness Archer in numerous other ways.
Yeah, there's so many FTKs with that shit. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. I want Invoker back. It needs to be...
Splite, just to give you an idea, Splite can bin Cyberstein and special summon it with one card.
Yep.
Wait. How did I bring out Cyberstein?
Because the new Link 2 can send any Link 2 to the graveyard.
What?
The new
What?
the new Splite Link 2. The new Splite Link 2. I think
Oh,
is one
right,
of
the
the
new Sprite Link
they,
2 that they
they use
revealed
it
for
to
the
send
package
Angular.
for
They
Darkwing
use it to
Blast.
they use it to send Angular, but you can also send Cyberstein with it,
And
then
then
use the
resummon it with Sprite Elf.
use
Yes.
Stein to summon a tuner and just get a power tool. That's very easy, much easier than.
Wait, but you're locked into level 2s.
That's true. I forgot about that part.
No, you're not
But
locked
you're
into
locked
level
in.
2s. You're locked into
Well,
level
you're not.
2s if you use Gigantic.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. That
You're
is the
not
one that
locked.
locks.
That's right.
The links not locked.
Yeah,
There
that's
gonna
Oh,
too
be some
slow
geez. Yeah,
for
management
me.
because
no,
you're gonna need
we got a
you're,
problem then.
you're gonna need to use Orpodocus, so you'll need some management,
Yeah,
but it's really easy.
what fusion are they gonna
Actually,
summon? They can't summon Last Warrior. It's gonna destroy everything.
they can summon the best tuner to synchro summon power tool and then FTK with
Oh, we
Cyberstein.
talking about C
Yes.
Monster Theseus?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that nonsense.
yeah, it's a super easy FTK, but nobody cares for it. So
Well,
what
it's
makes
kind
you
of hard
think
to pull off.
No, it's very easy. All you need to do is to summon 2 level 2s.
It's easy to do with
Oh.
Sprite. I'm saying beforehand it wasn't. And even now, with
Yeah,
Sprite in mind,
this
it's easier, but...
yeah,
And we know the TCG community, they will def try that.
Yeah, that's my argument for Invoker. You can't just justify that it has an FTK because there are much easier ones that nobody plays.
I can't say that your logic isn't there. You're correct. But again, it's a coin flip I don't want to take.
In my opinion, if Zenmighty goes back to 3, we should bring back Invoker.
If Zenmighty
If
goes back to 3,
Zenmighty
they
goes-
better be banning Hunter.
Yeah, because
They
otherwise,
gotta ban Hunter.
Honestly, the combo is way too
You have
weak
to ban
even for
Hunter first.
Zenmighty.
I could not give any less of a shit if the combo's weak. I don't want to take that chance.
Yeah,
Lekunga, it doesn't matter if a combo's weak. If the combo's
look.
there, it'll happen regardless.
I'll give you an example. We have 3 Mind August and 3 Ghost Kraken. That's with just one normal summon, you can loop your entire opponent's hand with it.
Yeah, but we have Nibiru now, and we have ways to out
The
them.
same thing, I'm talking about the same thing with Hunter. By the time you get to Hunter, your opponent has to deal with 9,000 hand trap. If you're going to use the hand
I
trap
think
argument
I think Hunter's legal in the OCG.
no, he's banned.
It's
I
banned.
think.
Okay.
We'll have to look into that.
oh, can I say something before I go to bed? Because it's midnight.
Sure, what's up?
I don't. It's not related to any card game, if that's all right.
Sure. I did.
Who in here, aside from Raven, has watched Cruella?
Yo.
I haven't.
Unfortunately,
I haven't.
Oh God, I know what you're gonna say.
Good movie.
You asked a bit too late. You could have talked with it with Mr.Orichalcos.
Ah, well, the thing is,
I know he did watch it.
me and Raven and a couple of other people recently watched the streamed version of that, and it was a really fun watch. But only because we made so many JoJo references.
Of course.
And
I mean, the way the Baroness was dressed up, you cannot tell me she is not a stand user.
She probably has to be. Come on now. That's the only way you can know.
Are you telling me the Cyberstein is a Pokemon?
I mean, maybe.
Oh,
Ugliest
and my
looking Pokemon, but
my favorite part of the movie was when Cruella was sitting directly the opposite Anita Darling in the post office thingy. And then, after laying out her plans, she then goes, "It's Cruelin' time."
oh no.
They really are butchering all of our old heroes and villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can people please name me one new movie that has an heritage in something old that hasn't completely fell flat?
Dune?
Okay, that's an exception.
Oh no! You want to know something that fell flat, but that wasn't produced out there? They made a Batwoman movie.
Yeah.
100. I think 100. I think
it's good for that, but it was bad.
Let me finish. They made a Batwoman movie, dropped 100 million into it. But people see the pre-screenings fucking bummed, so they just never released it.
Wait.
So
Are you talking about the show or a movie?
Movie.
talking about the Batwoman movie that they it bombed. It bombed so bad.
I know there was a CW series that was awful. I didn't know there was a movie.
Same.
Given time,
Season
they'll
one
everything.
of Batwoman is so awful it's great. Season 2 starts out bad, but then gets decent. And now I heard season 3 is actually when the show gets good, and then it got cancelled.
Yeah, because
sounds
the
about
original
right.
actor switched it.
That's a dick move.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good night,
I
Connor.
basically
Thanks for
watched
stopping
this
by,
guy's
man.
channel.
It was nice to talk to you.
I basically watched this guy's channel, and you're today's years old when you found this out. I'll put his channel in the podcast room.
Okay. So Reborn, you wanna go ahead and talk about your balance list?
Yeah,
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
My band list would be band, mine and mine, Diva, Toad,
Really?
and number 63, Gin Buster.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that
they're
one.
not gonna ban Din, but they're not gonna
Hey,
ban Din.
that's a bit too much of a hate on Splice.
They're not gonna ban Toad. They're not gonna ban
Diva.
Buster. They're gonna ban mine
They're not
or
gonna ban
limit
number
it. Knowing
63.
them, they're gonna limit that. And what was your other hit?
Limit? No, I think mine is going for 0.
I'm gonna put it to 1 to fuck with us.
Probably.
Number 63, because I actually
You said-
tested it out.
You
Because
said
Yeah, it's-
Toad
if you
and
don't-
63. What was the other one? You said 4 cards. You got Toad,
Diva.
63, mine.
Diva.
Diva doesn't need banned.
Oh,
That's
Deep
a
Sea
dog
Diva?
shit take. That's a
Yeah.
dog
Deep Sea
shit
Diva.
take.
Come on, Reborn. They already
That's a-
killed Mermel by
That's a
killing
dog shit
Orada. You
take.
really want to kill Diva too?
Diva can be easily stopped by a hand trap, and if you don't stop Diva through a hand trap, you could easily fuck them up over. There's so many ways to fucking break Splite boards these days. Diva does not need to go.
What I would want
Maybe.
to one, what I would want to one is the barrier statue. The
You want
winged
it
one.
banned? You want it banned
You
or
want
the
it
one?
He
limited?
said he wants it to 1.
They only play one.
Play
Dude,
one.
are you on crack? Because this is what your list is kind of like you're on crack, dude. Because they only play one.
They only play one?
Yeah, they only play one.
Most
Yeah.
most decks
Oh,
that play
you
the
don't need
barrier
more
statue
than
in the first
that.
place only play 1.
I mean, they only need the one.
Yeah, because they can recycle it.
I would
They
want
wanted-
Flundery's hit in some manner.
Probably Robina.
So
Robina.
they're probably gonna hit the map to 2, and then they're gonna need to ban. They're gonna have to ban. Okay, to promote the freaking one card that summons other shit out of their deck. That's gonna get reprinted down the line, and also in the megatons. Ban that one card, and then push another fucking stupid ass card that's not that degenerate. Like they can push Valley Apex over statue, so they're still good in the gate.
No, it's wrong to hit any of the big birds anyways. You need to hit the small ones.
Oh, here's
I
what
would
they're
want-
gonna do. They're gonna hit
mean,
map
yeah.
to 2.
Yeah, I would want Apex Avian to be hit in some manner.
Nah, just if you limit the how the small ones can operate, the big ones is not gonna matter because there's gonna be bricks.
Apex Avian is just one fucking negate. It's never. The only time it was really fucking annoying was with Pendulum, and they didn't ban it then, so they're not gonna ban it now. I mean, outright, if they just come out with a new ban list and they limit Apex Avian, I'll be glad for that because Apex Avian can be abused. And then if they limit Apex Avian, it's fine because it's just a one of that you can just get rid of.
Okay.
Okay.
So
What I would want, everyone knows what I would want off. Red Reboot.
obviously.
No,
Yeah, that's fine.
talked about this.
Actually, Red Reboot would be helpful against Floodgates.
Yeah,
and Eldritch.
So put it back
Yeah.
to 3.
Is Eldritch still alive?
Yes.
Yes.
Branded
Yeah.
Eldritch is
Need
now
to
a
hit.
popular build.
They hit it in the OCG, but they never hit it in the TCG.
Branded
Because
Eldritch is
it's
now a
dead.
popular build.
It's useless.
Doom King to 1. I would want Eldritch Zombie World to be curbed down a bit.
Speaking
Who's
of
Doom King?
Zombie World, I want
Who's
Zombie
Doom King?
World gone, but it's not happening.
No.
Wait. Who's Doom King? Balderok?
Yeah.
Baltarok.
Yeah.
They only play 1 or 2.
Right. So if you put it to 1,
They
they
only
don't have a
play
choice.
one.
They don't even need to draw it. It's a brick. If you want to hit something, ban Banshee.
Actually, that's not a bad argument.
That would at least make
yeah.
make
I
the.
mean, Banshee is the one that sets up the baller drac play.
Yeah, because if you don't have Banshee, you can't. Balderok is basically useless.
That is true.
Basically.
All right, so was that your whole list, Reborn, or did you have anything more?
I actually had some Vanguard stuff to talk about.
Can I add one last? Can I add one last Yu-Gi-Oh controversy check? I'm sorry, Rabon. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and say your last
Yeah.
thing, Lekunga, because Reborn's been waiting patiently.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. So, can we lift the ban on a controversial Xyz? Any one of them. Just pick anyone.
Do you have a preferential pick? Because you're asking us to pick one at random.
Yeah,
Are you referring
I did say
to?
Invoker. I did say Invoker because he is the most reasonable out of all of the people banned.
I mean, if you're just
Is
wanting
the
to
Xyz
unban an Xyz because you want to unban an Xyz, there's
No, because
really...
I think. No,
I mean,
because
he also said
I
it
think
was
that it's some.
controversial.
I think that some of the ones that are banned are a bit too slow, despite being humongously overpowered, like Shockmaster.
Shockmaster is a problem because it can shut down an entire mechanic for a turn, meaning
Yeah, I know.
responses are much harder to do.
VFD, just like VFD.
And VFD is banned as well.
But it does. I know. Shockmaster is slower because it requires you to put 3 level 4s.
So
So
what?
by the time you summon it, they
Um,
summon it, you either sit on it, or the Nibiru, or the Nibiru. You need a very.
Gambits, Satellers, Hunders.
Yeah,
Heroic.
that's also a card that I definitely.
You want Shockmaster back too?
No,
No.
No.
Because I know there's definitely something that I could definitely. Curse my.
Are you all right?
No,
good?
I'm kosher. Just my memory.
Ah.
Yeah, look through the Xyz that are banned, like the cute Xyz that are banned. Like you can consider Shockmaster and Invoker. Of course, Shockmaster is way too controversial because he is a win button.
Yeah, that's a far from meme. Unlock the shotgun. It's never happening.
Yeah.
Okay, Okay, here's my take on bringing back an XYZ insert. Y'all ready for it?
Sure.
Battle of Aqua Chain.
Oh, as much as I want that, I got rid of all my copies.
I still have him. I still wait for him.
Okay,
here's my take on bringing back a card. I'm gonna really not like this. We have 0 copies of this card. I don't need to tell me why this card is still banned. The Telenite card.
Oh, Ptolemy can come back.
Oh no, why the fuck Ptolemy is banned?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Ptolemy is even worse than Shockmaster.
I don't know why the fuck Ptolemy is still banned. Can someone find a fucking...
I want to look at that card for a minute.
Yeah, can someone fucking review that? Like, correct, if I'm wrong, just say, Steven, you're fucking wrong, or you're fucking smoking crack.
No,
I'm wrong.
When Ptolemy was banned, it was a sacrifice to keep Pepe in check. He wasn't even...
Oh, okay. It's like either you get like a new Xyz monster, like a rank higher, so like any Xyz monster, or like a turn skip.
No, the rank 1 higher because you use it to rank up into infinity.
Yeah, that.
Or Pleiades. But
so
right
it's
now,
basically a bouncer and a gate. Fuck it, it can come back.
Yeah, you wasting 3 level 4s can do a lot more than just 1 Omni Negate right now.
Well, there's 2 reasons as to why that card was problematic. The first one being, obviously, you can attach during your opponent's turn and summon a rank 5 for free. The biggest one being
Azatoth and
Infinity.
These and
Well, no, Infinity's a rank
Infinity.
6. This thing's a rank 4, so it would need to be a rank
No,
5.
no, you
Oh
hit
yeah, you'd
you
have
go
to
into
summon
Nova.
Nova first.
You go into
Then
Nova and then overlay into Infinity.
But
You
here's
cheat
the
Nova.
other detail. It's only good for Satellar Knights. The last effect is that during each player's end phase, you can attach a Stellar Knight card from your extra deck to it as face-up material, which means that it could potentially prime itself for the Stellar Knight summoning loop during either player's turn. Doesn't mean much during the opponent's turn, but that gives them a ton of resilience that they can
Yeah,
use
but see
to
the thing
pay
is,
the cost for their counter traps.
yeah, but see the thing is, there is a loop. There's a small detail with that one. He can't attach himself. You need to play other Stellar Knights for him to attach.
I'm aware. That's where the loop comes in. You need to drop
So
one of the ones that's not him.
so
I'm
you
aware.
need to play. So you need to play, if you want to just
When
sit
we
on those two
already talk
materials.
about loops, how about Ritual
No, but he's a
Beast?
weak loop.
The
His loops
worst
needed
loop
Northern
deck
anyway.
ever.
So you need to play. So Ptolemy's A rank 5 beat the way to Infinity or Pleiades or whatever, and the Satellite. There's already three extra deck spots for one negate or one bounce. That's pretty weak compared
Like
to
who
what other
still
3-level forts
remembers
do.
the times with Ritual Beast when they looped everything to sleep?
Well, as far as
Yeah.
I'm aware, the only thing they really used to summon it was Diamond.
Northern. Oh, you mean what they summoned with it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
Stellar Knight gets Stellar Diamond, which was a bit of an irritation for early game because,
you
can't
know,
send stuff from
you know
deck to
what's funny?
grave, anything returning
You
from
know
grave
what's
to hand
funny,
gets banished,
Nanashi?
everything's a dark.
You know what's funny, Nanashi? You don't even need Ptolemy's effect to summon Diamond because it's already a Stellar Knight.
Oh, I'm fully aware. I'm just saying I think that was the main reason. Okay,
No, he
so
got when he got banned. It was basically because they needed to curb stomp Pepe, so they banned a whole bunch of cards just to limit their influence.
right. So yeah, I guess I could see that card coming
I think
back.
he can go
I
back
can't think of
instead of
anything off the top of my
Shockmaster.
head that might be problematic.
Oh, the funny thing is, if they bring it back and it's fucked up, I guess we can all be idiots.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take the
hardly
idiot
doubt
cards.
that.
Well, obviously,
You know,
we all doubt that, but at the same time,
just
we'll
for
wear the dunce caps if it comes down to it.
just for a comedic sound bit, people thought that bringing back Daigusto Emerald was going to be the end of the world.
Well, that's because most people were dumb. We all knew that card wasn't going to change much.
Even
Yeah, that Gusto Emerald is also pretty fucking funny, and
Zodiac.
no, it's a favorite deck of mine, pet deck I used to play until someone bought it off me. Nope, we get one more guess, and I'm gonna say it. It's a vanilla deck.
Okay.
A vanilla deck that isn't worth shells. I'm intrigued.
Phantasmal Spiral.
Ah.
Oh, right.
Regular Smash and OX.
Right. Very smart. I appreciate it.
It was one of my favorite pet decks.
Yeah.
Okay, we've talked about this a little bit too long. It's starting to get kind of late. Let's go ahead and give Reborn his chance to talk about Card Fight Vanguard. I think he's waited long enough.
Yeah.
Sorry again, Reborn.
Go ahead.
I'm a dip. I got a fucking string to my
Yeah,
bed.
like
all right.
One thing that I was looking at the new coalition thing and the new DSR, I'm like, this fam is the new youth Bert. It's this kid that literally becomes edgy Garga. And I'm like, because the way Youth Burke works is that at the end of the battle, he swings, discard a card, cost negligible. You pick a card with Revol form in its, ride it, but it loses all its drives at the end of we actually debuted the fact that they're getting a version that gives him back a drive. So the discard to look for it is negligible.
Right.
Literally, Youth Burke is literally just edgy Garga. And I'm like, and we're giving Keta Sanctuary edgy Garga. I'm like, and they already get an order that just says I'm a Lure of Darkness. They get You get a grade 2 that says grab a Youthberg. If you can't, just dump a 2 onto the field. This Luard bullshit. And another thing, this triggers if you run the starter deck one, this will trigger Persona ride. Like probably you want to ride Youthberg after you ride the one. You want to ride Skyfall right after you ride the one get from the starter deck, just so you can get the consistency correct. But it's literally just going to be Youthberg is just going to be riding into all his forms like his name was Dragonic Overlord the End.
Oh, we just lost someone else.
What?
Oh, there you
crap.
are.
David just came back.
Well,
Okay.
I actually have to go now because I actually have to go now. Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. We appreciate you stopping by, man. Thanks for contributing.
Welcome.
We appreciate you always.
See, this is the moment where it would be appreciated if Lady Sarissa was here, because you could have had another Kingdom Hearts debate.
No, we're not having another one.
No,
God,
no. One's enough. But since we're talking
Just
other
talking about the
games,
last
you know.
one losing that name.
Well, maybe she'll come back later if her job ever changes hours, or if we change hours. But does anyone got anything else card game to talk about? Because you know what I want to talk about next.
No, not really.
No, nothing.
Just take the lead.
No.
Not really.
Please
no.
go ahead.
Okay. Well,
Enlighten us all.
obviously, I want to talk about Weiss Schwarz. There hasn't been a tremendous number of changes, but they've announced their next event, which is the Bushy Road Rumble Online. They have tournaments every single weekend, and the first 3 tournaments are Card Fight Vanguard tournaments, ironically, which I was hoping to talk to, Reborn about, but unfortunately he had to dip. And then the first one's on July 23rd, 24th, which is Premium. 30th and 31st is V Premium. 13th and 14th is Standard, and 20th and 21st of August is Weiss Schwarz, which I'm obviously excited about. And as far as the products, well, as far as the card game is concerned, they did make an interesting change in one of the rulings. The way it used to work is that since you use cards in your deck to mark the damage, and when you run out of cards in your main deck, you take your waiting room, your graveyard, shuffle it, and it becomes your new deck, and then you take the top card off the deck and put it into your damage zone. It's called a refresh cost. Over in the OCG, they've changed the ruling. Originally, if you run out of cards in your deck and you're in the middle of some kind of a mechanic, like you're revealing cards off the top of your deck, you're supposed to stop if you run out of cards to reveal, shovel the deck, put it back, and then finish revealing the stuff or whatever other task you're in the middle of, and then take the damage point. But they've changed it so that you have to immediately take the damage point instead of revealing. I don't understand why, but that's a ruling that might come to us in America eventually. So I think it's worth at least paying attention to. And as far as products are concerned, there's only been like 2 major announcements as far as dates. Danmachi, Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, is out now, as well as Tokyo Revengers, finally, after its massive delay from May. The Attack on Titan final season still appears to be dropping on September 16th. Quintessential Quintuplets was delayed from August 12th to August 19th. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai Season 2, which is Dream of a Dreaming Girl, still October 14th. Psychono, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend, still 28th of October. Mish Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, coming out on November 18th still. Excited for that one. 7 Deadly Sins Pack 2 finally got a confirmation, which is December 16th. Still no date confirmed for the Chainsaw Man pack, and the only announcement that I honestly care about, other than the Chainsaw Man one, is that they have announced that they are giving us an Avatar The Last Airbender set.
Oh, shit.
Neat.
Really?
Yeah.
You're telling me we're going to get egg in this mother?
Yes.
Childhood.
You see, if they actually go through with adding Avatar, I might actually invest in the game.
Hey, I'm going to be honest with you, man. if HoloLive wasn't enough to get people involved, Avatar: The Last Airbender might be the thing that does it. And I'm going to say it now, there is a small possibility of something. Usually, what I'd like to think is that if they include a specific TV network with a set of cards, like how they included Cartoon Network and gave us the Adventure Time pack, there's a possibility that with that in mind, they might include other titles from the same network. So Nickelodeon owns Avatar: The Last Airbender. They give us a pack based on that. Do you think maybe they might give us some other titles to mess around with as well from Nickelodeon? Like maybe, I don't know, SpongeBob, Loud House.
SpongeBob?
Kind of a
or
fun idea.
Rugrats.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun idea to toss around the possibility of, you know?
Not gonna lie, would love to see what they do with a Rugrats archetype.
Yeah, imagine a SpongeBob archetype in the game.
Honestly,
If they do, can we expect a Sesame Street archetype?
Different network, but even if they did, I wouldn't want Sesame Street in this game anyways. The Sesame Street we grew up with has changed from the Sesame Street that there is now ever since they got bought out and became a privately owned corporation TV show.
Yeah, that's what happens whenever you get bought by greedy people. No, that aside, you know, for all the anime focus that Yu-Gi-Oh has started to take, and other games, let's not be too prejudicial. I feel like I never saw
just
like.
think.
Yeah, I don't think that we ever see an archetype based around Yu-Gi-Oh characters because it's fully copyrighted by Konami.
Oh, of course, but I never. I think that the focus on the anime side. Do you guys don't think that it became too influential? Like Yu-Gi-Oh used to have that unique art style on it, and all the card games in general. Now they look too anime. I know this is a old man makes.
I see where you're coming from, but like, I don't know, it's weird.
It's a difficult thing to consider and pay attention to, but there is one other thing I want to bring up regarding Weiss Schwarz. It was the other announcement. They've announced a new version of the Weiss Schwarz card game. It's called Weiss Schwarz Blau, I believe it's pronounced. And what happens is that it's an extremely simplified version of the game. It's Japan only, although it might come to America eventually, that has its own unique sub-series of titles. And among these titles is a lot of mobile games and anime based on them and other simplified titles. A lot of them I don't recognize, but some of them are also Disney and Pixar titles. They've given us subsets of A3, Zynga, Utano Prince Sama, Chikawa, Zingai, and Detective Conan, which is case closed. And they're also giving them packs based on Frozen, Rapunzel, Little Mermaid, Disney, and something called Strawberry Prince. It's a bit of a long list, but if this sub version of the game, which is an extremely simplified version of the main game, actually gets popular, it could also help bring more players into the game at large, which I think would be fantastic.
Of course, because I must admit I find the game yet very complicated to learn. I still don't understand what to do.
I totally get you there. It took me a while to understand all the mechanics, and I still don't understand every single one and every single application that it has. So a simplified version of the game with unique individualized titles and their own interesting artworks, I think would be a fantastic idea for the game at large.
Yeah, and once you have learned it enough, you can go to the real Weiss Schwarz.
Exactly, which is admittedly more complicated. But then again, if you've ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! In your life, the rulings between the two, the board state, how you play the game, calculating damage, all of it is technically simpler than Yu-Gi-Oh!
So basically, do you advocate for tutorial mode?
You know what's funny? I'm actually working on a video series that explains how to play the game and even shows turns and examples. I've got the first version of it on my channel right now.
Nice.
You do? I need to watch this. Get back in.
Me too.
So you're
I'll drop you a link
saying
later.
So
Oh,
in
thank you, I
simplest terms, the simplified version of Vi Shorts is literally just similar to Duel Links, where you play this simplified version, and then later on down the line, you get into the actual card game.
More or less, yeah. The only difference is that this is a real-life version of the card game as opposed to a digital version.
Makes sense.
But
yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So does anyone else have anything else left to talk about, or do you guys want to call it a night?
You wanna guys
We've been-
expand
I
on the
think-
art stuff?
I mean, we've been here for 2 hours already.
2.5.
Yeah, it's
2.5, yeah.
it's half 2 in the night for me already, and you wanted me still to help with something when you still have time.
No art talk then.
Not this time. Tell you what, since you didn't get a chance to talk about it this time, I'll give you a few minutes for it on the next one. How's that sound?
Nah, it's alright, it's alright. I don't think I'll even remember it next time.
Well, if you do, just bring it up and I'll keep my word. I'm a man of my word.
Much chance.
All right, so this has been
Sorry, I was gonna say, well, I've had quite the fun time here.
Hey, we appreciate you. We love you, Raven.
Same.
Yeah.
We're glad you stopped by, man. You and Connor, both.
Yeah, you both are amazing.
Yeah, you and
Thanks.
hopefully
You're good.
And hopefully you'll come around for the next one too.
I'll
Yeah,
try.
dude, we would love to see you again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This has been a fantastic cast. All kinds of new little fun features that I said we didn't have. I lied about. Haha. So hopefully
Well,
you
you've
will
lied.
stick around for the next one next month. We record at the first Friday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern.
First
so
Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that I was too late.
It's perfectly
It's okay.
it's perfectly fine, man. We have people joining late, leaving early all the time.
I should
As I
be
said,
this.
I
I should
didn't
be
see
the
the
sorry one.
ping. I didn't
Because-
get the ping, and you didn't ping again.
It's because we already had like 10 people waiting to join in on the cast.
You know, I kind of forgot right now. I forgot to ping Mimi again.
But it isn't
Oh.
something new on Discord. Discord has so many bugs now. I
Yeah,
mean, I faced a bug yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, where people in a list were multiplying infinitely, and it didn't stop. I had to restart Discord completely.
Yeah, that's why I leave servers when I get too laggy.
Nah.
Gotcha. Well, like I said, this has been a fun cast. We record on the first Friday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern, so I will see you guys on the first Friday of September. In the meantime, thank you for stopping by, and thank you everybody who decided to stop by and watch. Have a good one.
Good
Bye,
night.
everybody. Bye.
See ya.
Pizza.
See ya, YouTube.
Pizza dough.